last time, the party finally arrives in Fort Trinity to see a bustling and busy military fort city. Civilians and soldiers alike all traversing the streets to and from business, home, training ground, and inn. The training grounds near the barracks show off the might and means of those commanding, while the recruits are doing their best to adapt to the life of a soldier. At the center of town sits a small tent bazaar surrounding a simple stadium and pit for the Champions of Glory seasonal games. Meeting with the drills instructor and second in command to Commander Trake, First Lieutenant Ransom Lark assures the party that their message and request for aid from the civilians of Whithurst will be passed right along. In search of answers for their distasteful encounter with a cloaked and speedy individual on the road, the party takes to the stables, where they encounter the mysterious rider's horse, Crumb. Crumb tells Hullock of some interesting goings-on here in the city between his master and a certain Ransom Lark. Edovard, leaving Soap to watch over the stables, takes the gang to the home of an old friend with the promise of shelter, introducing the party to an old elderly woman named Gertrude. Assuring home and shelter for some of them, the others find solace in a tavern, while Ghibli is on the receiving end of a tasteful and soaking wet practical joke. Now the party finds themselves resting for the night in preparation for a big day of competition in the near future. So the four of you in Gertrude, her house, Edovard, Cephas, Venora, and Hullock, right? The four of you wake up to the overwhelming noise of this loud whistle as you hear just this tea kettle just screeching in the other room. You kind of start awake, and you do smell like some fresh fruit, probably like orange or something, having been peeled, because you can smell that in the air. And you hear the crackling of bacon or something in the other room. And then as you kind of like startle awake, she looks over, because it's all one small room. You know, it's not a huge house. She lives in that kind of shack. And she looks over, and she's sitting over the fire in the corner, just kind of hunched down over it like a gremlin. And you can see her just kind of poking at some bacon in a frying pan. And she kind of turns over and, "Oh, good morning, everybody. Did I startle you?"
No, we were about to wake up anyway. The smell of bacon woke me up.
"Oh, good. Thought it might have been the whistle of the kettle. I try to take it off before it screeches like that."
No, it reminds me of home. It's been a while since being in a house with...
Her eyes kind of cloud over as she looks at you, and she just looks away.
Do you need any help with breakfast?
Completely blind.
"Mine's done.
Her eyes look like Ellie's.
The fire is yours."
Thank you.
And you see her just kind of offload some bacon onto a plate and put some oranges on the side of it, and then most of it looks pretty gruelish, kind of. The oranges are very old. They don't look like they've been kept well. They're pretty soft. And then the bacon is just like, it's not really bacon. It's like little bits of like intestine and pork. Yeah, like. And she just kind of waddles off back into her room, and then, "Eddie?" She turns back to us. Can I eat with me?
I would love to, Gertie.
Oh. I'll leave the door open.
I will.
She waddles into her room.
Grab an orange and go into the room.
Okay. She just kind of sits on the edge of the bed and just kind of pats the bed next to her.
I'll sit down and as she's eating, regale her the tale of searching out the knolls and sneaking up and saving one of the guys.
Okay.
That jazz.
She is enthralled by the story.
Jazz.
Okay.
Well, is someone going to make breakfast then?
I have rations. We can go get stuff. Or should we just...
Well, when we're in town, we might as well eat a little better then.
Yeah. Probably should head out soon to sign up for the games.
I'll remind you, it's just before first light right now. It's fairly early in the morning.
It's like real early.
Mm-hmm. And which works in your favor because you know that sign-ups for the events start at first light, and they only go for about a couple hours.
We should.
Until the first event starts. Or no, the signups go until each event, an hour before each event starts. And the first event starts mid-morning. So, like, equivalent of like 9 a.m.
But we can
9:30.
sign up for later events.
Up until like an hour before they start. Except for the dueling. The dueling requires a writ, which Ghibli has. And then the jousting requires some form of papers, some pedigree. And then the only other one that matters... No, all the other ones can be signed up for. The jousting is tomorrow anyway. The 3 events today, and I especially put them aside so I didn't misquote this. Event number 1 in the morning, a 40-foot pole climb. Event number 2, the sanctioned duel. Event number 3, the team combat feats.
So
How big are the teams?
Up to 10.
Up to 10, yeah.
Look, how about I get us a nice breakfast on my way back from signing up?
or do we just want to go together and meet
Yeah,
at
we
the
can
hotel?
go together. And then
the
meet.
others?
Yeah, meet the others in the end. Pick them up if they're not already awake and out.
I'm gonna go peer in the room where Edivar
I
is
remain
regaling,
with Gertrude until someone says we're going to leave.
and I'm just gonna say,
When you peer in, you see she is just sitting there. Most of her food is gone, but she's just kind of gnawing on the edge of that orange rind for like the last bits of pulp and stuff from it.
And Edivard has an open book where he's showing her a drawing of the knoll boss he made.
And you weren't here last time, but she's 5'8", human, but she looks 5'3" because she's so hunched. She has a
And she's
gnarled,
old.
very old, gnarled walking stick at her side, just long, wispy white hair, and she just has this kind of air of benevolent ignorance. About
Kind eyes.
very kind.
Kind cataract's eyes.
Wrinkles that show years of
But she's not looking at Edovard. She's just looking ahead and kind of at the floor while she's gnawing on this and just smiling. Her eyes half closed as she listens to his voice.
Edivar, do you and Gertrude want to come with us? We're gonna get breakfast and also sign up for the events.
Would you like to accompany us, Gertrude?
I think maybe I just slow you all down.
Well, I've got a pack here. I dangled a pack that he's.
I'll pick up some new gardening supplies and try to get home early so we can really put in some work out there. How about that?
That sounds wonderful.
All right.
Is that a no on the pack?
I don't want to put anything out.
Put anything out.
Like my hip or
All right then. Well, I'll bring you back something to eat. That's nicer than. I point at what she's not at. That.
I quite like what I'm eating, actually.
Well. Nonetheless.
Could you bring me another cup of tea while you're out?
Absolutely.
In
I'll
the
get right
living
on
room?
that. I'll grab a cup of tea for her.
Thank you.
I'd like to leave slightly early. I want to swing by those stables if I can, where we saw Crumb and where Soap is. Actually, I would just peer. Is the guy out, that our little friend we made?
Oh, you mean Crash?
Yeah, Crash.
Are you guys going in there right now?
I'm going to look through
Interesting to
Soap's
call him
eyes.
a friend.
Oh, through Soap's eyes. Okay. Yeah, quickly warging, you kind of just stand against the wall.
Sit in my rocking chair.
You sit in Ed's rocking chair. And
Me and Gertie have rocking chairs.
yeah, cool. There's an Ed and Gertie one. You close your eyes. As you do, you kind of blink a couple times. At least you think you are. Then you realize that they're bird eyes blinking, and then you're looking around. Still perched exactly where Soap was perched at the center and top of the stables. You look around, and you do see that Crumb is still one horse away from Lucky.
And Crash.
Oh, and Crash is just... you actually don't see Crash.
That was Crash, yeah.
So you all leaving Gertrude's?
Yeah.
Okay. So the four of you up and out of the house. Are you walking to the stables first? Or you going?
I'm going to swing by the stables.
Okay, it's pretty close to the inn that they're staying at.
Yeah,
Are you saying anything? You're just gonna walk away from us.
Yeah, I'm going to go swing by the stables.
Yeah, we can swing by. And...
Can talk to Crash.
While we do that, who is this Gertrude to you?
She's not my wife. She is a long, long friend who's cared for me. And so she always keeps a room open for me.
Well, that's nice of her. Even got your rocking chair then?
I do. Yeah, we work together on those.
Well, she seems like a nice lady.
She is the closest I've come to divinity.
So you guys making your way to the stables?
Yeah.
Okay.
Stabales.
Just a 15-minute walk or so uptown towards the barracks, and it comes into view. You see it actually has quite a few more horses now that are being stashed here than were here yesterday. Almost entirely full. You're not sure if there's any stalls open. As you approach, you don't see anybody in the center that's working it. And you get up towards Lucky, and you do hear just this kind of, amongst all the sounds of the other horses breathing heavily and everything, you do hear just this light snoring from somewhere within that center ring of area where he operates.
I'm not going to wake him up, so maybe we'll catch him on the other end of the day.
On the flip side.
Do we have like an alarm set so we know if Crumb's owner comes?
Yes, kind of. How far away is the stadium where the games take place?
From here?
Yeah.
Like 10 minutes.
Okay.
It's
No.
more towards city center.
I've left Soap here, but he can't contact me at this range.
Holik, you do notice you're not standing next to Lucky at this moment, but you do see Lucky is like jumping up and down and like bouncing around, and where Edovard is kind of like holding his hand to calm him down as best he can, Lucky starts to kind of like buck his back legs, not at Edovard, and then he's like whinnying loudly, like he's spooked.
I should probably go talk to.
I don't know how a horse communicates, but I think he wants to have a word with you.
I'm gonna go and talk to Lucky.
Actually,
What?
what's your AC, Jude?
Yikes. I'm definitely not dual wielding, so 16.
As you turn to speak to Holik
Excuse me, Holik.
and say what you were saying,
Yeah.
Play that
just
at the rodeo.
cracked across the jaw, Lucky just kicks you right in the face.
How much damage?
It's just 2 damage.
Okay.
I lay on hands.
I'm gonna go over to Lucky
Physically, he doesn't.
and
Oh, that looks like it hurt.
cast Speak with
I just
Animals.
Pop 2 back into you. What do you think?
You walk over.
Yeah.
would've
Just
rather you didn't.
approaching him, he is probably going to kick you as well.
Yeah,
Unless you find a way to
I'm
try
not.
to
I'm not going to like touch him before I speak with animals and talk to him.
What are you saying to him?
Calm down. What's going on? What's got you riled up, boy?
I saw him.
Who?
The man with Crumb. You told me to spy all night. I heard him speak.
What did he?
And then you hear Crumb. Quiet.
Hey, Holik, can you tell Lucky not to do that again? So I'm face down in the sawdust.
Yeah. You'll be fine.
Thank you.
Lucky,
tell Lucky that.
doesn't know what he's saying. And then you look over and Crumb is just staring right at you.
Then what happened, Crumb?
Crumb doesn't know what he's saying.
Crumb does not respond. But Lucky kind of quietly, like... Are you standing near them now?
Yeah, I'm standing next to
Lucky?
To Lucky.
He just kind of like rubs his head against the side of your shoulder, and then... If a horse could whisper, he just kind of... He said he's going to kill me if I say what I heard.
Crumb, what's going on?
Roll an animal handling check.
Nine.
Crumb just starts rearing up, and he's screeching as he does, and you watch his front legs kick forward, and the rope that's in front of him snaps in half. And then he starts backing up quickly out of the stall that he's in. and just like shrieking around, looking at you, looking back at Lucky, looking at the other 3 that are there, and he just kind of positions himself backed up, like so that the 3 of you and Lucky are kind of away from him, and he's just looking at each of you.
What is happening?
He knows. He knows.
Hey, calm down. Who knows?
Master knows that I said something.
Okay.
And then he kind of backs up a little bit more. At this point, Edovard, you hear, "Oh, what's going on over there?"
Oh.
And you see sitting up this like short human, clearly human, but fairly short human, little bit of peach fuzz on the face, bright red hair, and in the form of a tiny little mohawk that comes to the front and makes what looks like 2 little horns, but it's just his hair. And he sits up and looks at you guys. "Oh no, you're the ones that Crash told me about."
Who?
Why'd you let that one go? That's the one. That's the bad one. We can't let that one go.
It broke the road.
Rein him back in. Rein him back in.
Sure thing.
I'm just.
I'll grab him.
You're gonna try and grab him?
Oh my gosh,
Are you just gonna run over and try and grab him?
Well, does he have any harness on him at all? Like
He does.
Bridle?
Just basic.
I'm
that's-
going to try to grab it kind of where the head is, where the bridle is, so I can control his
Keep
head.
him
in front.
down?
Yeah.
Sure. Go ahead and make an athletics check. He's gonna try and resist that one. Not very good.
24.
Okay, you rush forward just as he rears up to like kick forward towards you. You grab it and you force him to the ground so that he can't. And you are holding the front of his body to the ground, just locking him there in place, and he's trying to buck upward and hit you.
I'm gonna go towards and try to calm him down. Hey, and telling Cephas, don't be so aggressive. He's just freaking out because he thinks that his master's gonna hurt him.
Oh, look, if things get sticky, I can try and put him to sleep.
Okay,
Permanently.
and talking back to the horse. Relax. How could he have found out? Like,
I don't know. I don't know.
did he tell you?
He told me everything you said to me. He heard it all.
He heard everything that we said to him.
Well, I didn't say anything.
Yeah, well, I did. All right.
And you do notice, this close to him now, his eyes have this kind of a red glow to the bottom of them.
Do I recognize kind of... Because I know when I look through Soap's eyes, his kind of glaze over blue.
Make an Arcana check.
That I can do.
That I can do.
18. Cool.
Oh no.
For the audio listener,
Jerry's whispering to Jude.
it's time to whisper.
They were having a private session.
Secrets aren't fun unless you're a part of one.
Now I will because you said it. But
And he's looking at you, and you see this kind of like, this pulsing of like red energy from his eyes, like to the back of his neck. And then it just kind of like, you watch his neck kind of like squeeze and like bulk out for a second, then go back down.
Oh, look. A word.
yeah, I step.
me go.
I step back and
Make another athletics check, man.
21.
Okay. With that, he breaks free. Well, he misses you with a 13, but he does break out of your grasp and like launch his front legs towards you to try and hit you. And you throw up your arm guards just in time to kind of propel him away from you. But he does like back up about 30 feet. He's kind of looking around wildly again.
Like 15 feet away from the horse. Like 30 feet away from the horse. I'm gonna start casting sleep.
Okay.
The Crumb. On Crumb. And I'm gonna tell you,
I'm going to show him my hands.
it's...
Roll an animal handling
It
check with
presents
disadvantage.
itself differently, but I'm almost certain that's a familiar. And if it's anything like mine, the rider can see and hear through him. don't mention anything we haven't already, especially pertaining to any one of us.
Yeah.
And after a minute passes,
Okay, so you just sleep him?
yeah.
So roll the hit points.
Let's hope he's not too sturdy with it.
5d8s, right?
Yeah. 23.
23, okay.
So if that matches or goes above his
I
hit
know.
points.
It does. You actually just flood this energy over towards him, and as you do, you watch just kind of like some little flares across his body where you actually see wounds, like little cuts, kind of flare for a second, and then he just crumples to the ground. Actually, one of the other horses nearby also just...
That's true. I would have tried to position it so it hit the least amount of horses.
There's a horse just on the edge that you didn't expect to be there, and you watch it just like...
I'm kind of new at this, but...
Guys, he died.
You killed him outright.
Cephas, what did you do?
I just put my
You watch
hands
as
up.
the little guy like, hey, what'd you do that for?
It's a simple calming spell. He's just asleep. And I kind of point to his chest. Hopefully it's rising and lowering.
It is.
Okay.
Calming spell? We don't
You
have
saw
that.
him. I mean, it wasn't our horse, and he had broken.
Can we move him back over here? He's in the middle of the road right now.
He did it to
Cephas? You want to pull him back to where he belongs?
Move that horse.
I'll drag the horse.
Will that
Very
sleep him?
gently. Do not way too
No,
much.
I think it's damage.
Someone has to deal damage or take an action to
Yeah,
awaken.
make an athletics check.
I'm gonna help him.
Because
Okay,
he's
roll the damage.
magically unconscious.
24.
Okay. With ease, the two of you, you grab some rope out basically and help kind of hoist him up as Cephas just grabs the front, lifts him up, and pulls him back into the stall. You see, grabbing extra straps and stuff now, this little stable hand guy just throws a loop around his neck and kind of gets it nice and tight, and then basically bolts it in place in two places now rather than just a simple lead attached to the front, and then around the back of the horse as well, just kind of keep him from moving too much, and kind of like, I didn't expect him to try and break out. What did you were speaking to the horse, what'd you say to him?
He just started freaking out.
Oh, Crash is gonna have my head for this. He told me none of the horses get out, but if that one gets out, we're both gonna
Hey,
die
he
for
didn't
it.
get out.
Well, look.
It's
Oh,
still
he
in the
got out, but
stable.
he's just back in.
We have less than a minute.
Yeah, we should probably go. Is there another stables in town?
Well, I'm really sorry. You don't have to take your business away
No,
now.
no, I'm just wondering.
Yeah, there's another one. By the south gate.
I mean, it probably doesn't matter.
Probably baby does.
Lucky, do you still have speak with animals up?
It lasts for 10 minutes.
Lucky goes, am I gonna be okay?
What does Lucky know?
Lucky knows too much.
Yeah.
Lucky, what?
Too much for a horse.
Let me know. Because now Crumb can't tell.
I think all the other horses are listening.
That's probably
Hold
true.
on. We should not leave Lucky here.
Yeah, we'll take him to the other side.
I know too much.
Let's just leave the stable, then you can ask him. But we gotta hurry.
All right, let's go.
I've heard word of witness protection. No.
I'd like to be put in Cuba with a fake name.
Do you know any other languages?
Goblin.
Is that it?
Yes.
Shoot. All right. Yeah.
Clamp, thank you for your service, but we'll be needing Lucky back. And I'm gonna give him a gold piece.
Who?
Clamp. Crumpet.
kid.
Whatever the kid is. Redhead.
The horse is Crumb.
That's not my name. My name is Taryn, but sure.
Clamp.
Excuse me, Clamp.
Wait, I thought it was a C.
Crumb is the horse. Crash is the other.
Crash is the other.
Crash is my older cousin.
Yeah.
He owns this place. I just watch it for him in the morning so he can get some sleep.
Yeah. Terry, thank you so much for everything
Taryn.
you've done. Taryn, I appreciate it.
He's horrible with names.
What do you give him?
A gold piece.
He grabs it. No apologies necessary, sir.
Taryn.
Bites it, puts it in his pocket. I didn't see anything. The horse never got out. I just chose on my own volition to strap it down a little more, and your horse got away.
It's
No, I'll lose my job.
We just decided
You
to
picked up
leave
your
early.
horse.
Yes.
We took our horse to another
Who
stable.
said insight?
I did.
Go roll insight on what?
We just.
Him just being willing to tell that tale.
Okay.
Just make sure he's not gonna. What's 15.
15?
You should be rolling it.
I should,
He seems to just... You have bought his...
All right.
He wasn't, like, untrustworthy as much as you think he was just nervous. He's skittish and
10.
young, and now you've bought him into, like, all right, you've assured me with gold.
This is a rather volatile operation, but if you do get pressed for information, feel free to reluctantly admit that we took Lucky to another stable.
Yes, and if they beat me, I will tell them that you took him to the one by the barracks.
All right.
That's great.
That's probably the safest one, in all sincerity.
I kind of...
If you're worried about your horse being... Do you think someone's trying to assassinate your horse?
It's actually...
He's a very smart
I'm not going to
horse.
lie to you, Terrence.
I can see. Is he enchanted?
Well,
There's a
he's
big lightning
lucky.
bolt through the side of him.
He's incredibly lucky, and that's
Touched by
really
the
lucky.
gods.
He's a bit smarter than other horses.
God.
I'm going to whisper in Hollick's ear, I think we should take him to the back of Gertrude's house. I don't think we should put him in a
That's what I'm thinking.
That's brilliant.
All right. Thank you.
That's my next MGC. He talks like that.
And I'm gonna.
Would you like to board your horse here?
And I'm gonna,
some food.
I'm gonna go get Lucky and bring him out, and quote unquote head to another stable.
Yes, let's go to that one by the...
Pleasure doing
berries.
business. Have a good day.
Have a great day, Taryn.
Once we're out of there, I want to ask, why, you put the horse to sleep?
Yes, my
right.
sultry voice.
When we're out, how long is the walk to Gertrude's?
That was about 15 minutes.
Okay, when we're like a minute away from the place with my like last remaining minutes, like few that I have, I want Lucky to. What did they say?
Oh.
What was the
I was
information?
confused what the motions meant. Sorry. So are you riding him?
No, I was just. Oh, okay.
So it looks like he's like here.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm the Messiah on the back of the horse, and
He's leading it?
Yeah.
Okay.
And talking.
So Adovard is just...
Anytime I don't have to walk to win.
But you are just kind of speaking to the front
Yeah.
of Lucky, and as you do, I overheard part of what they spoke. The master, he sat on his horse in the middle of the night when no one was here, and he spoke to him in his ear. He was very scary to look at. His eyes burned red, a dull red, like blood. And he smelled like blood. He said things I couldn't hear, but I heard Crumb cry when he took cuts from him. And I heard Crumb apologize for words that he had said to you. But then I heard his voice sounded like a snake. And he said his work was too important. And he couldn't afford... What did he say? He couldn't afford some wannabe sellswords getting in his way. And then he said, the Empire is more important. And that was it that I heard. I know it doesn't sound like I heard many words, but when Crumb knew I had heard him, because I spoke to him after the master left, I said, Crumb, I heard him. And Crumb said, you shouldn't have said that, because now they're going to have to kill me, or you. And then I said, but Crumb, I want to help you. And Crumb said, you shouldn't want to help me. We have to kill you. And then you were here.
So did that just happen?
It was a few hours ago.
Okay.
I just don't remember what happened during those hours because we didn't speak.
Okay.
And I'm a horse.
Yeah.
And I mean, come on, I'm a horse. I wish I wasn't involved in this.
Jeez. For context, which countries would be empires? Like, is Taproasia an empire?
So, roll a history check.
Cool.
It's just based on the top of your head. There's not really an actual empire.
May I as well, if he shares this?
Did you share the information?
I mean, I will eventually once we get to Gertrude's. 15.
Okay. As far as empires go, historically there is no consistent empire.
Okay.
Long time ago, Fistonia, the northeasternmost country, just was helping run Ishana when they got them out of Ishana had a dictator or something, and so it was kind of like an annex of Fistonia. Some people called that the Fistonian Empire, but Fistonian officials did not proclaim that title. They did not like that. They were against it, and then eventually they kind of like renounced it, and they established Ishana as its own free state or whatever. And Ishana is its own thing now. It's a bunch of free cities. So I mean, top of your head, you're like, okay, what's the empire? But immediately you go, well, and what would come to your head at least is Taproasia is proclaiming to be an empire. When they swooped in and eradicated Strelavand, and established control, they announced themselves as the Blood Empire.
Okay.
And now, as far as any Taproasian official would be concerned, this is the beginning of their reign, of their empire across Rykera. So, in a way, there are these two countries here now that are under the same control. I mean,
Yeah.
Taproasia has residence in Strelavand. They've established their own seat of government, and they're both under the Blood Emperor.
Taproasia's crest have colors specific to it?
Yeah. So their flag is this thin white stripe along the bottom, almost imperceptible unless you're within about 10 feet of it. And then it is this rocky black bottom that almost has this strange kind of geometric pattern that looks like rubble. And then the rest of it is just blood red across the top. And it kind of slightly runs down some of the cracks of that geometric kind of rocky shape. So it ends up looking like this 3-layered, like those flags, even in our world, there are those 3 colored layers.
Yeah.
But it's this strangely thin white strip along the bottom with these dark kind of almost ruddy brown but black rocks and then just red. The red takes up a little bit over half of it.
Did Crumb tell you anything else when you had tried to get information out of him?
He told me that if we don't stop trying to find out what's going on, we'll just get hurt, and then we will cause more pain than we will stop. And some things are worth more money than the trouble that you cause.
When Crumb got those wounds, was his master like using a knife? Or was it some
I didn't see.
other force? Okay.
I didn't see.
Alright.
It was very dark.
Yeah.
I just heard him cry.
Hold
Okay.
on. Could you ask Lucky if there's anything he would like?
Yeah, what food did you want?
Oh, I get whatever food I want.
Uh-huh.
I only know 4 foods. Cheese, apples, the little red apples with seeds all over them, and sugar cubes.
What would you like?
Is he talking about strawberries?
Yes.
I would really like something I've never had before.
Alright, I'll get you something you've never had before.
Other foods exist, right?
Yes.
I thought so.
Many more foods.
I've seen other people eat things.
Here, Lucky, enjoy your cheeseburger.
Well, there are some carrots.
Yeah, I was gonna go get him carrots. That was
Ooh, I like carrots.
I,
Are carrots food?
Carrots are food.
Oh. Good, I was eating them.
Dude, I love Lucky.
Wait, is grain food?
Grain is food.
Oh. When I get very hungry and there's nothing else, I just eat it, and I thought maybe I was eating something I wasn't supposed to. But it's always in front of me, so.
Yeah, we put it there for you.
That's very sweet.
Yeah. Just don't eat out of the barrel.
Out of the barrel?
Yeah.
What barrel?
All right.
There's a barrel of grain?
There may or may not
His
be.
ears. Where?
Just so I know
changed my
to
mind.
avoid it.
I also want that barrel of grain.
You want a barrel of
Nice going, Holly.
That barrel.
And
That barrel.
a carrot.
All right.
The carrot's easy. It's in the garden.
But I've had a carrot before. I just didn't know it was food.
You've had gravy.
Gravy?
Grain.
Oh. I've never had gravy before. No.
I wasn't just.
I will see what I can get you to surprise you for food.
Glorious.
Blood. Here, it's a bucket of blood.
I've been hearing a lot about drinking.
Super fast.
One of my other horse friends, not Crumb, said that blood's pretty cool.
I like to go fast.
Not crumb.
All right, so I assume we walk in the direction of the other barracks, or the
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
We
And then you two
make it back to
creatures.
Gertie's.
Yeah, the four of you are still just sleeping away.
Is it still before daylight?
No.
Okay.
It's a little bit after. It's like 10 or 15 minutes after dawn now.
I'm definitely up.
Yeah, you're probably.
Why did you put the horse to sleep?
It seemed like the most reasonable course of action. We were,
So
you know how I can look through my bird's eyes.
Yeah.
There's definitely some level of that to Crumb and the rider, some kind of relationship where
Wheeze was being looked at then.
yes,
most definitely.
we were being watched and listened to, or at least he can watch and listen from afterwards. One of the other.
There's a look to Crumb's eyes, and
What if
I
we
put my money-
blindfold him?
He can still listen.
Yeah.
I think we should stop spending time around him
Yeah,
because he'd
I
still be able
don't
to
think
hear
that we
us.
should be able to.
And I don't want to try and
Why are we
deafen
going to
another
stop
horse.
this rider?
I don't know. Hopefully he's competing in the games.
What I do want to know, when I was interrogating Crumb, and he didn't give up anything, I walked to Lucky, and then when I was walking back from Lucky out, I ran into Crumb like yelled out to me and tried to kick me and stuff. But that's when I got the name Lark. The first lieutenant of
That's right.
the second in command of this fort. So there's a possibility he was listening in. I talked to Lucky on my way back. He's like, "Hey, Crumb, yell at him about Lark." And say that Lark was the guy.
Can I make a hindsight check? See if I recognize that distant gaze in Crumb the first time we were talking about him?
Roll with disadvantage a wisdom check.
Okay.
Which one? Both of us?
I was talking to Jude, but were you also wanting to do the same thing?
I mean, I was thinking about the situation there as
you can
well,
roll.
but I guess.
What information are you looking for?
Oh, I was just wondering if he was using words that weren't his own.
4.
Like if somebody else was
What'd you
speaking
roll?
through him. 10.
10? It's really hard to know. I mean, it was yesterday. You weren't
tired.
considering any. I mean, right? You had information that was not. You're going based off of information you didn't have then, and you can't really look. You know, you can't like flash back to that moment, like look at his eyes, short of having noticed it to begin with. It's a good theory. It very well may be true.
Oh, look. You're probably right. But no information is really bad information. Now we just kind of have to consider two schools
Yeah.
of thought. Either,
It just might be a red herring.
yeah, but
Trying to sow the seeds of like.
Should we tell?
investigating either train of thought still leads to Locke, though.
Should we tell some other high up and say that we're not suspicious of Lark, but might have given false or true information about him?
This is probably mostly my fault. In fact, it is.
Don't have that
I don't think we have a lot of standing ground with the authorities right now. I was hoping Crash was there. I was going to try to apologize for threatening his life.
While they're talking, Cephas is contemplating the morality of killing a horse in order to stop a rider from hurting other people, even though I think the horse is innocent.
Can you kill a familiar?
Huh?
If he is a familiar, he can easily be resummoned, and it's the same spirit that takes the form.
Yeah.
But why would you pay money to have a familiar in a right? So my impression is that it's a genuine horse, because why would you put a familiar in a stable and pay money for it?
Appearances?
I mean, I feel like it's a horse that he like had and then like
I'm telling you what
raised
Yeah,
to dark.
you're just saying
about
Cephas'
like,
thinking.
this is
Yeah.
Cephas' life.
Yeah.
To justify your absence while you munch on chips. Yeah, okay.
I don't know if alerting the guards at the moment is the best course of action.
I wasn't gonna alert the guards.
I was hoping Crash was there so I could apologize for threatening his life.
You left soap there, though, right?
I did leave Soap there, but I'm out of his range of communication. If he sees the man in red, he'll fly to me. It's about 3 minutes to the Coliseum, so...
You can at least tell us which direction or if he's leaving. And...
You guys, take it back to Gertrude's. No problem there. She just is in love with the horse. You strap Lucky down behind the house. You head to the inn. While you're doing that, the four of you that are in the inn, Ghibli being one of them, are all already awake. So Lumen, I believe it was Lumen and Clonus that had a room, and then it was Titus and Ghibli. Across the hall. Titus, you're just still kind of like snoring every now and then, kind of wait. You know when you're sharing a room with someone and they're awake getting ready and you just like refuse to get up, you're still sleeping, but you're like, ugh. And then you hear Ghibli kind of strapping his armor on and the distinct sound of the leather straps like really tightly against his arms. You recognize this is his ritual before a duel, where he's like very nervous, strapping each thing down and then doing it again. The two of you across the hall, I'm assuming both of you are awake, getting your armor and stuff on.
Clonus is he grabs out his like sword. Mm-hmm. Or no, he doesn't have a dagger on him, so he doesn't have anything small. So he actually has to use a sword, and he kind of like is shaving because like he has
It's a sharp sword.
It's a sharp sword. He has like in Dwarven life, he has like a 5-week shadow.
Yeah.
It just
Which is like a full beard at this
It's like a full beard, and he doesn't really like his beard on him, so he's going to take it off as best he can. There's a couple spots he misses, of course, and it doesn't look perfect, but he does his best to clean himself up. And then gets his armor on. Lumen, well, let's go check on Ghibli and Titus. Yeah, that's his name. Thank you, Spirit from Beyond.
Thank you, Spirit from Beyond. A dead person just spoke to Clonus. Thank you, Spirit from Beyond.
So we let's go over there.
Okay.
And I have all my gear wrapped up. Before Lumen got up, though, I did write in my journal. I wrote down some stuff. Just was writing, doing some note taking, and then.
How do you know I was sleeping?
What?
How do you know I was sleeping?
I don't know. Were you sleeping?
How do you know if I was though?
I heard the instinctive sound of.
That's Lumen snoring. It's so horrifying.
It's terrible.
Okay.
Is that what Arnold sounded
That
like
was
when he
done
snored?
really well, though.
That was a pretty good impression. I was just wondering because my
Actually,
eyes
that's
don't
just what
blink.
Mike sounds like when he's snoring.
That was a
I
deleted.
do snore very.
That was a deleted scene from Kindergarten Cop.
I was just wondering because my eyes don't blink; they're just always open.
Dude,
so.
that's horrifying.
I know.
And you also
I
sleep
think about that
standing
a lot.
up, so no.
I do sleep standing up.
Like the
And you also
cone
move
heads.
your head around when you do it, like an animatronic.
It's very awkward.
So you guys get your stuff gathered up in the morning, open the door from across the hall, and you see, just as you're opening it, Ghibli's opening his door as well and looks at you and kind of, good morning.
Good morning.
I'm going down for some breakfast real quick, and I think I'm going to run over to the sign-ups real quick and make sure they have my name down and everything, and see if I can get the name of the person I'm dueling, so that I know what I'm getting myself into. And I just want to double check and make sure that they know I'm a man, because the last 2 times they've for some reason confused me with a woman.
What?
That's
Guidance.
Thank you. That's going to wear off before I get there, but and he just kind of jogs away.
Ghibli, that's a good idea. Or bye.
Oh, thank you. This is me getting myself out of the narrative for a little bit so Jerry doesn't have to worry about it.
When he runs away, I'll pop out. Don't go in there. He definitely tooted.
Thanks, Snyder. Okay,
right.
let's go find let's go get some food downstairs and find the other guys.
Okay.
Were they supposed to meet us here, or were we supposed to meet them at the grounds?
I honestly don't remember. I've been out of it. Like, for
I mean, the
last
grounds
little
are like pretty close, so
Yeah.
I say they can come to us.
bit. I think that's a good idea. Let's go get some food downstairs. Maybe sit outside and eat some in the nice sun.
I mean, they know where I am because I gave them all quite a scare last night.
You
Facts.
did. Oh yeah, I remember that.
Yeah, I got yelled at. Felt
You
very
got
bad.
scolded.
And
By
don't
Mom.
do it again.
Mom
Get
did think it
downstairs.
was funny though.
It's one of those awkward situations where, as a kid, you do something wrong, but you know your parent is like pretty funny. Trying to scold you for it.
Dude, all the time.
Oh yeah. The three of you make your way downstairs, where, if you remember, as part of, I believe, part of what you paid for the room that you had breakfast included. It was a fairly expensive inn,
Ghibli paid it.
and
Thanks, Ghibli.
downstairs they just have a little collection of like a few like simple breakfasts. But when you get there, the person behind the bar kind of, is there anything I can get you that you like that's hot that we can prepare for you? Do you have your time in the morning to eat something, or?
Well, I'm not.
We have a spread here of fine pastries and fruits, or I can whip up an omelet for you real quick, or maybe a little
Why
breakfast.
don't you make your favorite?
All right, the halibut it is.
That sounds delicious.
Are you a fish person? Well, you're a turtle
Well,
person.
You racist.
That wasn't what I meant. I meant to say, are you
yes,
a
I
fish
love
person?
fish.
Okay.
Fish.
I'll,
Fish.
Fish.
Titus.
That's going to be the biggest character
Fish.
growth in the entire campaign.
I know, I accidentally almost fix it sometimes.
Surprise me.
All right.
I bet
For you,
you're
I'm
surprised
thinking-
it's going to be halibut.
I have a good idea.
He's going to give you a lantern.
Here. Eat light.
Delicious.
Delicious. Okay, within the
I'm gonna
next...
give him guidance right when he walks back.
Thank you.
He's just sitting there entranced by the
You have to
lantern.
touch people to guide them, you know that, right?
Oh yeah, I'm reaching over the bar and just tapping
You just kind of squeeze his shoulder a little bit, and he's like, oh. Something about that felt
Lumen
good.
just gets
omelet's gonna be good.
entranced
I want to make
by
sure we
the
have a
light.
good breakfast.
Yeah. He walks to the back, and as he does, he goes, I need 2 orders, and then he just makes an order that comes right back out. The chef is preparing it right now. Thank you for that burst of confidence. You guys enjoy some little bits of whatever's there. There's a decent spread of like better breakfast than you've probably had on the road or anything in the last few months. Just there for you to eat. It's a really nice establishment.
What else? What like? Give me examples of what's on the table.
You've got like really, really nice croissants that seem like they were freshly baked this morning. You could smell them as you're walking down the stairs. You've got like a bunch of different fruits, most of which you've never even seen before. Some of them you have, some basic ones, like there's some piles of grapes and you see some little collected strawberries, but also there's just some sort of fruit that's in the shape of a star. There's another one that you see that's this small little pear-shaped fruit, but it kind of has the consistency of a sponge. But when you touch it, it is very much like a sponge. And as you push it, like just some kind of thick, almost milky liquid kind of comes out of it. A loofah. And then you notice a collection of various different nuts and some other little pastries, like some beautiful, like strange donuts that are like kind of like a what's the word I'm looking for? Like a cinnamon roll, basically, but it doesn't smell like cinnamon. It looks like there's some sort of jam in the center. So just a bunch of these really delicious, looks like fresh made stuff and fresh fruit.
Is it all you can eat?
It's just they're on platters. Nobody said you could only take one.
They're on platters, like
Yeah, there's little
buffet,
platters.
or is it on
it's just
platform?
it's like sitting on the edge of the bar, like little platters and little bowls of fruit and nuts and stuff.
Okay.
Those
When
decorations
he's
are
kind of
wax.
like not when the bartender's not like right there in front of us, I'm gonna like grab some of the croissants and put them in my bag. I'm gonna grab some of the fruit. I'm gonna touch the fruit and like feel the spongy one. I'm like, I don't know. I'm gonna put that there for a second, and then I'll grab like I think that was like an orange or something.
Yeah,
like that.
some of the
Maybe
basic
apples.
like oranges, apples, grapes.
I'm gonna put the more dense fruits that won't get bruised easily in my bag.
Do you want to try and do it without him noticing?
No, if he notices, it's okay. I'm not trying to stealth.
Let's see if he notices. That 20. Wasted that one. At one point, you're like shoving a couple oranges.
I'm not hoarding it. I'm just like
Yeah, you just put a
grabbing
couple in your bag, and
yeah.
you notice him like look over at you, and he kind of just nods.
Oh, perfect.
Enjoy.
And then
You're like my mom whenever we
It
went to
will
a
appear
restaurant.
on Ghibli's bill.
yeah.
Oh, I like this cup.
Shampoo?
He goes, I recommend the milk fruit.
Well, I pick it up, and I'm like, "How do you eat it?"
So you don't actually eat the fruit itself.
I take a bite out of it.
You just... What?
He said he recommends the milk fruit.
We made a connection with that fruit and other
You watch as
possibilities.
Titus just takes a bite, his big like snapping turtle, and then you hear like this strange kind of tearing sound, and you watch as it does like stretch and then and tear, kind of like a sponge would almost, but there's a lot of heavy substance to it.
It's like a thick bread
like the
And then you watch as so it doesn't like it's not like elasticy. Like if you pulled a sponge for a while, it is almost like really hearty bread.
like meat being pulled,
Well, kind of like meat, yeah. But it's you can tell there's all these tiny little air pockets in it, making it like a sponge. But it is fruity, like this, like almost fleshy kind of substance. And as he tears it off and just kind of like it's like gumming it as best he can, it's not breaking down in your mouth, Titus, at all. But your mouth is filling with this liquid, like way more. If it is a sponge, way more liquid is coming out of it than what should from something having soaked up liquid. And then off the edge that you tore off of it, it's just kind of like slowly trickling out until it finally stops. And it's just covered your hand where you're holding it, this like sticky, milky substance. Just as he was like, I wouldn't recommend eating don't eat the flesh of the fruit like your little friend here. And little bits are just like bubbling up out of his mouth where he can't swallow the liquid fast enough.
He just looks like Danny DeVito.
The fruit is, I actually don't remember the name of it. We call them milk fruits here, but they are native to the country of Telekawak. They're a very fascinating fruit that can soak up the liquid they're set in for a substantial amount of time, and they can hold a very densely packed amount of whatever you get it. Find. If you find them in the wild, they're full of a nutrient and vitamin-rich water. Oh. And the people that live there actually use them to get across the desert from one side to the other.
Do they go bad at all? Like be sitting out here, or if I like let's say I took one with me.
When they go bad, they just hold less liquid.
Well, these are delicious.
Yeah.
Delicious.
As you're trying to talk, like liquid starts kind of coming down your mouth until finally you do chew it for a while, and then the liquid stops coming out, and you're just left with this spongy, fleshy, nasty stuff that's just a little bit too big to swallow, and it's not changing size or breaking down at all.
Awesome.
It's just filling with your saliva.
So I'm gonna.
It basically is like gum,
Yeah.
Rose.
Hey, we invented
but a little bit lighter.
I'll take one and I'll
It's
suck
like
on it, I
those
guess.
first
Yeah,
couple
you
bites.
put it into your mouth, and immediately your mouth is filled with this this is milk and honey,
okay.
and it's just this
We should have
delicious
had that.
flavor.
Great book.
It's clearly been soaked in this milk that's been mixed with a bunch of honey, and then it has almost this like effervescent kind of herbal taste to it, which is probably the fruit. Like when the fruit is soaked in any liquid, it tastes amazing.
Does it drip
Sweet.
as I pick it up?
Does it what?
Does it like drip as I pick it up?
Yeah, you just pick it up by he shows you as you pick it up, and he picks one up. He picks it up from like a little stem on the top,
Okay.
and then he kind of puts it up to his mouth and just kind of bites into it a little bit, and you see him kind of drink some of it out.
Okay. I'm trying to think of a way to carry this on me without getting myself soaked in whatever.
I don't know how to do that.
How do they get across the desert with these?
Well, I actually don't know. You'd have to ask the roving bands of merchants. It's a trick of the. They're very expensive. It's a trick of the trade, I suppose.
Very expensive. I just.
In Telekawak, there's the massive ebony desert that.
Yeah.
Typically you have to go around it, and
I've
it takes
definitely
some
never
time.
been there, so.
Oh well, I haven't either, but it is very hot and dangerous, and to get from one side to the other, it's to take the amount of water you'd have to take with you, it would be barrels and barrels, and then you'd end up not really being able to take any merchant goods.
Yeah.
I know that this is a secret fruit that they have there that they use to get from one side to the other. They take about a case of them, and they can serve about 10 people one trip.
Cool.
I don't know how they transport them. I would imagine they probably have a barrel of water that they have them sitting in.
That makes sense. Okay.
But I don't know. Once they've already soaked up the appropriate amount of water, it keeps them good. But we keep them in a barrel of water, and then or a barrel of
Milk and honey?
It's like milk and honey. It's a beverage that we made our own. But
Okay.
Horchata.
it does taste strikingly like horchata without cinnamon. It's like horchata instead of cinnamon, rosemary or
I
something.
love how we had to go on like a quest to like try and figure out a way to go through the desert,
Yeah.
and then it's just
On a
in
silver
the end.
platter.
This is like a really
Yeah,
nice
this is
establishment.
like so much nicer than anything we've like as players.
I'm just gonna take it and start eating, sucking on
Pretty
it,
good
and
tips.
I'll be like, okay, Oh, our food, did it come out?
Oh yeah, about this point, you guys are all sitting there, and then two servers walk out. One with this large pile of fish and like some different fruits and stuff. It's not heavily seasoned, the fish, because it's meant for breakfast. Slides it in front of you, an even bigger serving in front of you, Titus, and then in front of you, Lumen. You see they pull out this large collection of different beetles and worms and like grubs and stuff, all heavily seasoned in like jerk seasoning and stuff. The smell is overwhelming, and there are these crunchy little bugs that are all sitting in front of you. And then along the side, you see some strange sort of pasta, and then a couple of things of fruit, like little fruit gatherings, like a fruit salad that's slid in front of you. I took a chance. It's a fairly good meal. I enjoyed it myself. It seemed like something maybe you'd like. They're crunchy, but you eat the whole thing. Enjoy your breakfast, individuals.
I start fluttering just a little bit of this excitement. Just 2
Well,
inches off the ground.
I hope you enjoy it. If you need anything else, are you meeting anyone here? Or?
I think we're waiting for them to come
At that
by.
point, the door opens up, and you see that your 4 companions all walking in.
Cephas.
Here they are.
Found him.
Enjoy your morning.
Thank you.
Food.
Thank you.
Cephas, you've got to try this fruit. I toss him the milk fruit.
Take a bite.
As you catch it,
Don't bite!
it's just like just sopping wet all in your hand, and it's sticky. You try and take a bite out of it. There's like not able to tear it off until finally.
Don't bite it!
I giggle.
And similarly to Titus, just this. Your mouth is filling with milk. Just
You told me this was a fruit.
Yeah, you don't eat it, you suck on it.
That's not a fruit, is it?
Well, I think it grows on a tree. Or bush?
Do I know what they're on?
What is it? I
they
don't
are?
know what it grows on.
make a nature check. Not a very high DC.
Does she have more experience with this kind of thing?
I start eating my
What?
I start eating my salmon or fish.
It was halibut. It's delicious.
Halibut? Yeah.
Delicious halibut.
It's not super salty or anything. It's just kind of probably been cooked in some butter.
I'll make a plate of what's there.
Of like all the croissants and stuff. Yeah, sure.
Just grabbing, getting a plate, and sit down with them.
There you go. It's a bunch of pastries and fruit and some cheeses and nuts.
Love when your local homeless comes in and raids the
Nature.
complimentary
Is that
Yeah.
breakfast.
12. You do recognize this. The name escapes you, but you know that it comes from Telekawak, and it's that fruit. It's the stuff that it's like only from there, and it's like the one they use for getting across the desert.
This stuff is amazing. I didn't know they had that here. I haven't seen these in years.
Bit chewy.
You're not supposed to chew it.
Yeah, it's like this big. It's like how you treat honeysuckle, kind of, but these big like pods, and you just kind of like put your mouth up to it, and you watch her do it, having had these before. She puts her mouth up to it and just kind of bites into it slightly, and then you just kind of suck the juices out of it. It's delicious. It tastes different than what you're used to. You've used it for the water before, which is kind of like an aloe taste usually, but this they've soaked it in something else, and it tastes amazing.
Amazing. How much are they? Where'd the waiter go?
He's kind of like talking to somebody else right now, kind of catching up. You see the waiter's actually playing cards with another guy that's been sitting there drinking on his
They're
own.
complimentary if we stayed the night. So you can kind of...
Your friends can have some as well. Go right ahead.
Oh, see, you said they're fine. We're good to go.
I'm gonna get a good breakfast going.
I just appreciate if your friends don't take any of the...
No. No, definitely.
The sponge fruit. They can drink it here, just don't take it out of the building.
How much are they?
I'm gonna take one with me.
You're gonna take it?
Are they reusable?
Thick.
I can't remember. Like, you can just keep.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
Yeah,
It's just over time, as they go bad, they just become less and less absorbent.
Yeah, I am gonna take one when I go.
Okay.
Because he said not my friends to take.
Yeah.
One. So I'm gonna snack them.
Jeez
Keep
Louise,
them.
how much was this place a night?
Fill it
Like
up with
35
water,
gold?
I think it was
like,
2
get
gold.
till it's or whatever, and then put it in a bag with just
I'll-
a little bit,
I'll
so that's
take
always.
Yeah, I was thinking of.
I'll take one also.
Sure.
After putting back the one
I was
that
gonna try to
just
find like a
Oh,
wine sack.
I don't know if
that
I
had
was
a big enough opening. For
clear.
it, but
You can have the one you bid out of. I would appreciate you leave all
You
the
can
others.
still use it. You just have 2 littler ones. They won't
that
hold
how
as
they
much
work?
water.
Huh?
two
It
littler
still
ones.
kind of works. It's not as good.
Yes.
It's not going to be as good as your first one.
You can keep the 2 that you bid out of.
I'll just
I
constantly
would
be
appreciate
shaking
maybe if
that
you don't
high.
take the. We do reuse them. They're fairly expensive.
Sorry about that. How much are they? I don't mind paying.
No issue. You can keep them.
Like society.
We'll say since you're taking those 2, maybe leave the others if you don't mind. I kind of rethought about it. I don't own the place, and they're fairly expensive.
Makes sense. But that's a good thing for when we're traveling to have. That's cool.
There you go. All right. Catching up here. Is there anything you want to do real quick, or are you ready to move
Are
to
we
the?
headed to
Let's
sign
go
up?
sign up.
Oh,
Wait.
here you go, Venora.
So,
And I hand you my 2 pieces of my.
Were you able to break it in half?
No, I bit into
he
it.
bit into it and ripped it.
So I have 2 pieces that
No, and I also have
said
2
I could
pieces.
keep it. Looks like you want it.
Sure, I'll keep them up for everybody.
so the games today, there's the pole climbing contest. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Did anybody
Pole
want to try
climbing.
I'm signing up for it.
So I
Duel and 10-man, right?
So I don't know if you guys remember,
I remember.
but I have this earring and I pull it out. This is a good climbing earring. And I was thinking whoever signs up for it will let them use it.
Remind me, do your ears have to be pierced?
No. This is a class.
You
It
just
like rolls on
slide
the
it
air.
onto the-
You could probably put it on your finger if your fingers were small enough. Mine definitely were not.
You'd have to have some real thin, cartilagey fingers.
Just saying.
They should fit.
Looking at you, Edvar.
Is anybody really
But-
wanting to try the climbing?
I do.
I think Cephas would be really good at it, but I'm not sure.
I mean, you're already half as tall as the pole, so
He could probably jump.
What are the poles made out of? No offense, Cephas, but you're a big guy.
You might break it.
You might break it.
Well, you never
Gets
know.
to
If
the
he
top
breaks it, he's reached the top a lot quicker.
That's. I don't know if they'll see it the same way. Could be wrong.
Worst case scenario, someone else can do it and try it out. But
It's true.
whoever could, we could. Because I don't think you would be climbing at this. Oh, maybe actually.
I don't know.
Who's got good athletics?
I do.
I do.
I know that you have like
I feel
that
quite
Cephas has
athletic
incredible.
myself, but
I want to do the log throw tomorrow.
are we doing log?
Okay.
Is there a log throw?
There's a log throw
Yeah.
tomorrow. Yeah.
We should.
I'm definitely down.
There's
We should
just
see how
the
it works.
Anyway.
And then if it's everybody climbing at the same time.
We can go sign up.
Yeah, we can see how
Ghibli
many
has already
slots are
ran
left.
down there to sign up because he looked a little nervous this morning. And
He was afraid they think he was the girl again.
yeah. Oh, that's
Well,
what it
let's go
was.
sign up and we can look at the polls.
Yeah.
He's also quite
On our way.
gassy, but
Do we have a name for the group for the 10-man?
I've been thinking.
You have.
you've been
I've been
thinking?
thinking about it a little bit as well.
Well, I hope we are.
Will it?
I don't think.
You'll make us champions.
That's good. That's good.
That's
contender.
that would be a good one.
we'll table that one too. It'll be on the
Hey,
table.
Filmator.
Or he'll make us glory.
Mater's glory.
We'll put a
that's
pin in
good.
that one as well.
I was thinking.
Something to do with like the people.
I was thinking like the shield of the people, but
I was thinking of like.
Something with Ilmater.
that is still on the table, Cephas.
The hands of Ilmater.
What about hands of the people?
The people's hand.
People's hands.
That's
What, is, what does everyone else feel?
If it's not going to have Ilmater in the name, I could take the people's hand.
Does Filmator have hands?
He has
course he's
two.
got hands.
They're bound together
If
like
he-
one. That's
if
just
he's-
Holy symbol.
Is he for the
His
people?
hand, I show you the holy symbol of the hands that are. Oh, you want to see it? I actually have a picture of it here.
Oh.
Is he for the people?
Of course he is.
Well, I feel it feels pretty ill-matery to me.
I like it.
Well,
The bound hands.
And we could try it for this
Picture of bound hands.
event, and if we ended up not liking it, hearing it, we can always change later. Probably
that's
couldn't
true.
change too many times, but this would be a good test.
He'll make his hardest for the people. And we can be his hand.
Yeah.
are you okay with that, Ed?
Full transparency, I do not care.
The people's hand it is.
How about the people's hands?
All right.
The people's hands.
Hands of the people?
The hands of the... not the hands of the people.
No, that's ridiculous.
Which word's coming first?
The people's hand.
The people's
That's
hand.
I second.
I third. I fourth.
We'll let you vote for Ghibli.
Yeah, he chooses whatever, I think.
Sounds like a
Hand
good
it
name.
is.
So about this point in time, you guys are arriving. You see ahead of you a semi-colorful tent bazaar now fully set up around this small stadium coliseum building. You see some of the people that you saw yesterday, but a few other tents that weren't here before. You see some little carts where people are selling food. Immediately the smell of roasted walnuts and pecans, these like sweet, like smoked nuts, kind of like soaring through the air. Well, not the nuts, the smell. And then also these like, just the smell of like meat fat and things grilling and frying in the distance, and you can see where people are already lining up to get some food items. But this delicious smell of just like these sweet smoked nuts just kind of like flow through the air. As you're approaching, you do see two distinct lines. To the left of where the stadium sits, you see a small little tent. And under it, you see a couple guards sitting behind a table and one sitting in front of the tent, or standing in front of the tent itself. And people in various states of full armor, some who are just wearing like a kilt and nothing else, and like they're all tatted up. You see this half-orc walking up with just full tattoos across his chest and just simple leathered pants. And he's signing up for something. There's various little like a bulletin board basically behind these guys where they're sitting, and you see all these different notes, and they're like taking people's names and writing them on and taking money. And then to the right of that, at the center of the Coliseum, you see just a line of people waiting to get in for the first game. Since you know you're about a couple hours away from it, people are either setting up or they're just going to sit down now and watch people practice. Since the first game is the 40-foot pole climb.
Do I see any poles?
That would probably be inside the stadium. Right, it is closed off. It's like a small Coliseum. Actually, the little map I have in front of you guys is actually what the thing will look like for the most part. It's not very big, and you can see, because it's supposed to sit in the center of this military fort city. So it's not very big. It's closed off. There's a covered area for seating, because of the part of the world you guys are in, it rains fairly often. But you can't see what the rest of it looks like yet, because you're not inside. But outside, you do see also, just in various pits of mud and stuff, where people are just kind of practicing various events. You see some people hurling these heavy logs from one side to the other. That you actually do notice on the far side where you guys are standing, there is one pole that looks pretty beat up and broken, and it's kind of held there by some large boulders and put in place. And you do see some people kind of scrambling up it as fast as they can. And you notice something that you did not expect. The people scrambling up it are scrambling up the same pole.
Oh.
Two people at the same time trying to reach the top. One of them batters the other one in the face to try and get him to the other side, crawling up it, as the other one grabs his leg and yanks him down and starts crawling up the other side.
Incredible.
Beautiful.
I don't mind that.
But the line to register, 30 people deep right now.
Dang. Hey, maybe
guys
they're
get
in
in line?
groups.
Let's get in line, I think.
We're still in line talking about.
Yeah.
Who is intending to do this one, the 40-foot pole climb?
I am.
Cephas? Lumen?
Are you going to?
It seems a bit too rough for me.
Okay.
I don't feel like getting punched in the face.
I would
But
definitely,
Nora, we can go sign up for the
definitely
group
give it a
one.
shot.
It's probably in the
But I
same
think you
area.
should.
I'm not going to be great at it.
Is there different sign-up spots for each event?
No, it looks like the bulletin. Well, at least I thought that the bulletin board was.
It's behind the guys in the tent. They're writing on it, and they're taking money from people.
I suppose if we want to get our meeting with Lark, then we should have as many participants as possible.
Well, our meeting's going to be through the chariot race.
Oh, then
And the meeting is not with Lark. The meeting is with High Commander
That's right.
Trake. You earn that from one of two things. The winner of the duel today gets a winning or a champion's medallion from High Commander Trake himself, and the winner of the chariot race gets a victory medallion from Commander Trake himself, and then anybody with a victory medallion gets to have dinner with him at his estate tomorrow.
Oh.
It was good back.
Perception 14.
I just like fighting.
Oh, I'm sorry. What were
You're
you
good.
looking for?
14
Ghibli.
For Ghibli.
Okay. Looking around, finally you do see at the front of the line of people going into the stadium itself, you see Ghibli kind of like waddling, but like, it's just because he's a dwarf. I was like, he's like jogging in. You see him jogging in, kind of like looking up and just kind of looking at just how big like the stadium is when you're in there, and you seem to kind of like run to the side, but in the stadium already.
Dang it, I was hoping to cut with
Oh, yeah. I was hoping it'd be in line.
I'm not gonna make us role play the length of time you guys
I
have to
know.
wait in line. Okay.
But cutting is just so fun.
Oh, okay.
It would have been nice just to be able to.
I'm just curious who's entering. You guys just want to get in line together, I'm assuming, because you can't enter for any of the games right now.
Yeah.
So you guys get in line. Is there anything that has to happen right now, or can we skip to you guys are up?
We're registering. Well, at least I'm registering for the pole climb.
No, we'll get to that. I'm just curious if you guys are having to do something. You guys like, we need to have a conversation right now before we go up there.
we do.
I do want to, while we're in line waiting to get up there, I'm gonna hand Cephas the earring, the climbing earring,
Okay.
and say, "Here you go. Take this with you." It will help
I don't
you.
believe it required attunement, right?
No attunement. You just
Slap it on your
just
ear.
slip it on, and it works.
I clap it on and kind of shake my head to see how
The
it feels.
little chains with the like heavy balls at the bottom kind of like rattle against your head, but it doesn't fall off.
How do I
You
know?
watch as
Doesn't fit you.
Clonus, as you hand it to him, and he puts it on his head, it is tight, and like he's kind of pinching his ear into it. And then as he does, it kind of like swells a little larger and then clips. And then you watch the hands kind of like curl around the edge of his ear.
The people thing?
The little guy's hands.
The people
He is a people.
The line goes through pretty quickly. You're only in line for about 5-10 minutes until finally the 8 of you, or the 7 of you, shuffle up to the front, and the guy standing behind it kind of, all right, we got a team here. So I'm assuming you're signing up for the team fight, huh?
That's right.
Yeah.
All right, well, first, any events today? Well, the team fight's today, but I mean, anybody on the 40-foot pole climb?
Yes, me.
All right, it's 2 gold per participant. So 2 of you are both signing up? And he kind of takes a look at you, Lumen. No wings.
I gotta take them off.
No.
What a line.
You may bind them, but just for your own. I mean, you might accidentally go to use them when you're not thinking, so you may want to. But if we see you use them, you'll be immediately disqualified. Other than that, no magic. Anything else, it's a race to the top. Anything goes. Don't intentionally kill your opponent.
Intentionally?
It has happened.
How rough can
You're
it
40
be?
feet in the air, you fall, break your neck.
True.
You know what you're getting yourself into. No wings.
Just remember.
If you're falling to your death and you don't wish to die, you may use your wings to catch you. Just know that you've forfeited the match. But if you fall, don't die. You can try and scramble back up there.
No.
Seen
no
it happen.
weapons?
Somebody fell 30 feet, just broke his arm. He was all right. Climbed back up in time to get the other guy down, and he won. Falling doesn't get you out. Falling doesn't get you out. Falling doesn't get you out. Only thing that makes you out of the game is if the other guy wins. So don't use those wings. You might want to tie them together. But I'm not going to make you, because I don't want your life in my hands. So you, big guy, right?
That's right.
2 gold pieces for you. You, Flutterbug, 2 for you.
Better run and better fly.
All right. If you win, you get 10.
Nice.
Sound good?
Win your duel, or win the match, or win the whole thing.
Just this man. Just him.
Oh, no. It's you're going to be facing off at least 2. You need to survive 2 and win. Then you get the 10. If you just win the 1, you get your 2 back. I'm sorry, you get 4. Excuse me. You get 4, and then you go on to win another one. You keep your 4, and you get 6. If you win the 3rd one, you get 10. But the first one, you do get 4, and then if you want to just bow out, you're welcome to do that. But you win. It's a whole. I'm sorry. There's a game and there's a match.
Ah,
So your match is Best 2 out of 3. Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do everything.
Well, you don't have to pay anything different. Yeah. All right, so, 2 gold pieces from the 2 of you. All right, anybody doing... Well, no, that's sanctioned. Then there should be... Are any of you...
I'll do everything.
Are you Sir Conrad Choi?
No.
All right, well, then the duel is off the off the table. So, for today, the 40-foot pole climb, you're going to do it.
No.
Okay. And then the team combat feats, the 7 of you. All right.
There's going to be 8 of us.
And do you...
Who's the 8th? Is he here?
Oh, I believe he's already registered.
Ghibli.
Oh, alrighty then. Do you have a name for the group of you to be introduced by?
The People's Hand.
Say it again.
The People's Hand.
The People's Hand?
The People's Hand.
Or the People Hands?
The People's Hand.
The People's Hands.
Apostrophe, yes.
The people's hand.
The People's Hands.
Single hand.
One S.
One hand. The People's one hand?
P-E-O-P-L-E apostrophe S.
Oh, People's Hand. No, the?
Oh my
The
The.
People's
The People's.
Hand.
The People's Hand.
Yes. Can I look at it after you're done?
He shows you his... He scribbled it down and then showed it to his other guy who's about to write it on the board and grabs it from him, shows you the little scribble. It says, the People's Hand. Apostrophe S for people.
And does my Drake here count as a combatant?
Oh. Sure, yeah. I mean, you haven't reached 10 team members yet, so he'll be your ninth.
How about a bird?
A bird?
Yeah, what if a bird shows up? I have a bird.
Does he...
It's sick.
Is he a familiar?
He is.
Well, then that's fine.
All right.
You're just... It's kind of half, but it doesn't count. He's part of you.
Yes.
Okay, so for the team combat feat, you have your choice. Oh, I've only got 1 spot for this one left, but you get 2 choices. One of them, you can go up, it can be team versus team. So the lot of you versus anywhere between 6 and 10 other members. And it will be a combat game. Or you can take on a beast of sorts.
Oh.
Take on a beast.
I'd love to take on a beast.
Can we do both?
No.
You said there was only 1 left?
I only have 1 spot left for team versus team.
What's the payout?
The payout does change.
Oh.
So it's 2 gold pieces per person, and every individual will get 10 gold back. So if there's 8 of you, it's just an 80 gold, in a 16 gold pot, and you'll win 80 gold. If you take on a beast, it is 5 gold per person, and then it is a 20 gold per person reward.
Let's do that.
Let's take the beast.
Let's do the beast.
Well, let's do the beast.
I only have 2 teams signed up for that one, so you'll do
And
the third.
there's no information on the beast until...
Certainly not.
All right.
Could it be a dragon?
It could be.
A dragon.
Have you seen a dragon in the last 200 years?
No.
Well, then take that into consideration.
Maybe. Have you seen one? No, you idiot.
So I wrote in, you're taking on the beast. Know that we have a short list of how many beasts we have. So up to 6 teams can compete. We have 6 beasts on standby. You will be drawing straws to see which one you fight.
All right.
It could be anything, really. I mean, we'll see.
I'm not very artistic, so I choose not to be the one who has to draw.
Were any of you here last year?
Is it a paper
Or
straw?
last season?
Paper straw?
No.
No, it's straw. It's straw.
Hey.
I spent some time with Gertrude last year.
H-A-Y.
Jerry, I spent some time with Gertrude last year here. Would I have heard of what the beasts were?
Thank you.
You probably have. Did you ever go to one of these games while you were here, do you think? To watch?
I think I definitely didn't compete, but I would have tried to watch or...
Sure, yeah. So he's just asking, have any of you ever seen these before?
No.
Last year I tried to get in. It was, kind of peeking over heads because seats were filled.
So you're familiar. So the
Vaguely.
team games are just combat games until no one is left standing on one of the teams, and then the other team wins. we do our best to make sure no one dies. It happens. If you see someone go down, do not go for the kill. Leave them be, but if they die, they die. You understand what you're getting yourself into. Do all of you understand? This is very much a possibility. You may die. Okay. And it is at the expense and the entertainment of people. Make sure you're okay. Some deities, if you die under the entertainment of people, you go to hell. So I'll just... Okay. Well, it's a humility thing. So, if you're all okay with that, then yes, go understand that we've seen minotaurs. I saw a giant.
I might have qualms with that one.
I've also seen a fight against a large serpent.
What's the one you've seen most recently?
Oh my gosh.
That hasn't quite fought anyone yet?
Yes.
Tight as wings.
I'll roll persuasion.
Giant turtle-eating bat.
11.
I saw a man-eating fish. Just this morning.
A piranha.
He saw a man eating fish.
Wait a minute.
Think on that one, kid. Wait, how old are you?
Old enough.
Oh,
He's like 4. I don't know.
How old
How
do
old
I
are
have
you
to
really?
be?
Well, how old are you?
Is there a sign posted
You don't see
somewhere?
a sign posted.
18.
Make a deception check.
Do I know how old he is?
4? How old is he really? Anyone?
I don't know, actually.
I don't really know any of the physiology of the turtle people.
He sounds like a child.
With all due respect, he's fought alongside us before.
Like, we've seen him in battle, and it seems to be just like a speech impediment.
Well, oh.
I don't know.
Well, I have to make sure that he's of sound mind and old enough to understand that he's putting his life at risk, and whether he thinks he does or not, if he's a child, I mean... Well, it's not just about me being comfortable or not, it's about... there's no precedent. We haven't allowed children in the games for obvious reasons.
We're all aware he's of sound mind. Go ahead and check him out.
Huh?
Is there a guardian signature?
We still wouldn't allow it. If you're his mother and you come in and say, hey, let my 6-year-old fight a dragon, I'm still not going to let it happen. That just means you're a bad mother.
So there are dragons.
No, it's an example. But if there is a dragon and you say, let my son fight it, you're just a bad mom. And we're not going to let that happen.
She's a great mom.
Is she your mom?
No. She just would be a great mom.
I'm not denying it.
Listen, I've fought gnolls. We fought.
Hey, it's a hard world out there, and a lot of kids have done things they shouldn't have had to do. Doesn't mean I have to subject you to it.
Do you see the Morning Star? There's a lot of blood on this thing.
He doesn't wash it.
I don't.
The
odor helps me sleep.
In turtle years.
The odor helps.
Total years?
Turtles just age differently. That's what I'm trying to figure out how old he is.
It's a bit racist,
relation.
actually.
What is?
Well, they age differently than we do. Can't hold them to that.
I'm not. I'm holding him to how old he might actually be. If he's 3 years old, well, he may have...
In human years?
In human years, he may have the age of a 10-year-old human.
I don't know if this is the battle you want to fight, Seekers. With all due respect.
To be fair, I don't really know exactly how old I am.
Oh.
Because we're kind of like solo. But I know I'm old enough, and I'm capable enough. And I mean, who are you to turn down gold? I'm paying.
I don't get the gold, kid.
Do you want gold? Like, what do I have to do?
What do I got to do? Kind of like the other guards behind him are just like laughing. What do I do? There's no precedent. What do I do? And the other dude, the kid wants to fight. Do you have parents?
No.
So if you die,
no one cares.
that makes the case worse.
Well, I mean, like, this is my family, so...
And you're all okay with subjecting him to, like, the possibility of murder and death?
Well, actually,
Well, I would show you something that like really proves how well I can do, but I can only do it like twice a day. So you'll see it tonight when we fucking.
To be honest, he's
How many
saved our
fights are there
lives.
that we're in? What, is it just the one?
It is just one.
I could technically.
let's
No,
You should
make
save
another
that.
persuasion check, Tyler.
Come on.
advantage.
Guidance.
We're all helping.
Sure, you can last minute you reach over and kind of give him a guidance.
It doesn't impact much.
Gosh dang it.
It's a good roll.
Oh. Oh.
If you had hair, it'd just
Oh,
in the wind.
Stick.
6?
That's how it is.
It's better. No. I'm 10. It's improved though. It's improved.
I'm
still.
sorry, You understand if word gets out that the Champions Glory event allowed
You only know I'm a
participate-
child
Let me
because of how I
finish.
talk, right?
No. I knew it pretty clearly when you... Well, yes, but
we just want to talk.
if word gets out that a child competed and died...
I'm going to get angry.
Hang on. Just hear me out. Hear me out. If Commander Trake finds out that I allowed a child to compete and die, very bad publicity, and I might lose my job. And
promise
also,
not to
more
die.
importantly, I may have allowed a child to die. I cannot do that.
Well, Ghibli can vouch for him.
All right.
Your do list.
I just need some convincing.
I fought in a
Also very
duel back in
professionally
what was
in our-
is
the
it
Guardian.
Port
Duro.
Us two,
Port Duro.
4 of us.
I fought in a duel with Ghibli in Port Duro. They let me fight there in a pit with
I
scary
can
fire
verify
people.
that. Let me check. And he kind of like flips through some
Wait,
some
did you
papers.
actually? Was it a?
It wasn't sanctioned.
Well, then he's like flipping through papers and all right. I have the records of the Honors League battles here, or the duels. He flips through. I don't have any record of it.
Well, it happened afterwards because they attacked us
We have,
and they put us in as like an encore.
Oh, like okay.
we have paperwork.
And one of them did not walk out, and that was by my doing.
I do have proof. I have
No,
one.
I do have record of that actually.
Thank God.
It was an unsanctioned duel. It says to take this into consideration for Ghibli's considerate valor, which means it doesn't actually do anything for points in his league score, but it is interesting. And it does say he fought alongside a turtle. Doesn't say anything about being a child though, but
He also has contract with Arthur and Duvius for being a
Hired muscle.
Your.
Which
yeah.
I
Your
understand.
arm is like in front of my foot, and you're all the way on the other side. Arthur and Duvius.
Which only proves that he may have also hired a child. I know that's not.
Sidebar. And he turns around, kind of, all three of the guards kind of. Arthur and Duvius is a kook. Right.
Stand under tippy toes.
If they do not,
Dude, I
I'm
want
gonna
to see it.
I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna get big, and it's not gonna be pretty.
Don't do that. Maybe not.
Can I say that to where they hear me?
One of them kind of like looking over his shoulder. He said he's going to get really mad.
And big.
that makes you sound like more of a kid. Don't
Hey, just, you know.
Even though you can get big, most people don't say that they get big. It's just kind of.
All right. How old are you, kid?
I'm like 10
You idiot.
plus 8.
You're 18.
Yeah.
Oh. Why did you say so from the beginning? He marks it down. 18. All right. Well, you all heard that, right? He said 18. Yeah, he said he's 18.
Oh my gosh, I'm so lightheaded.
Yep. I heard him say 18 from the very beginning. You didn't hear him right. Oh, I misheard him earlier, didn't I? I thought he said 8. Well, this is all my misunderstanding. I apologize for making fun of your lisp.
Oh my gosh.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
18 years old.
I
Striking.
actually didn't know you were 18.
So, we got that out of the way. Team combat feats. Your name is the People's Hand, and you'll all be competing.
I was like,
With an 18.
The two of you.
And that's 5 gold.
You said
for-
your name was what?
You've got my gold.
Lumen.
Lumen, and you're paying 2 gold pieces for the pole climb. And your name, sir? Cephas, 2 gold from you as well. All right, so that's for the pole climb, and then 5 gold per person.
5 for me, 5 for Viv.
You don't need to pay for the dragon.
Oh, I thought he was counted.
I'm counting it as kind of part of your numbers, but you don't need to pay for him. That would be ridiculous. He can't speak for himself.
I mean, he can. You just can't understand the language.
Hey, shut up.
Speak and in Dragon, like, tell him something in Draconic.
Can he actually speak?
Yeah,
Right?
you can speak Draconic.
Guys, speak something to me. And Vith kind of... I can speak. Oh, he can speak. Okay. He still doesn't need to pay for himself.
That means we don't get paid out for him.
Are the other guards still watching us?
Jerry's just being stingy.
I'm not being stingy. I'm saying you don't have to pay for an animal who's part of your character.
He wants
build
the
and is
reward.
balanced to be one person.
He wants the reward.
We were wanting the reward.
Oh, I know what you want, but it doesn't mean I'm being stingy. I'm being reasonable. All right, 5 gold per person. And then it's 8 times what? Oh, it's 160 gold payout if you guys win. And then, all right, next games here. We've got beam throwing. Beam throwing.
Sign me up for that one too.
All right, 18-year-old turtle.
What kind of beans are they?
Large logs of wood.
How much of the bean throwing?
That's 2 gold.
I'll do
10
it.
if you win. And that's just a 1v1 situation.
I
would like to join in.
When I give him the 2 gold, I also slide 5 silver along with it. 2 gold, 5 silver.
So Titus, Polik, Clonus.
My name is Clonus.
Clonus. Are you doing it, Cephas? Cephas. Anybody else on beam throwing? Titus, Polik, Clonus. Lumen? Oh yeah, you're just literally going to do all of them?
I'm doing all of them.
All right.
I as well.
Edovard.
Are you gonna do the chariot?
And
How old
then
are you? 10.
Venora?
Sure.
All right, so it's the 6 of you. Venora and Ghibli, the only 2 not doing it. All right. Anybody have pedigree papers? Are you jousting? Knights amongst you? All right, and then...
Left those in my other shell.
This is honestly for Byron's understanding for Clonus. Do I have pedigree papers?
Are you royalty?
Are you
Are you a dog?
Are you royalty?
Never mind.
Lord?
A knight or lord?
Knight, Lord, royalty?
I show him my papers that I'm.
If you are...
Disregard that.
Okay.
Strike that.
You're literally.
It's not just like any old pedigree. It's the jousting is relegated strictly to noble status.
We'll talk later,
Pedigree
Jerry.
dog food once. If that
An Ursuline?
Yeah.
Oh, well, we wouldn't want a mind like that stuck between a horse and a spear, would we? And he hands it back to you. So, no one invested. Finally,
Dang it.
chariot racing.
Is it teams of 2?
Do you have a chariot?
Or is it... Oh. Do we have to provide a chariot?
You don't have to. If you don't provide a chariot, then it is teams of 2. If you had your own chariot for the whole lot of you, you could go for it.
Us?
Right.
Edovar and
Them.
Polik.
So it's substantially more money if you'd like to participate and don't have a chariot of your own.
How much?
Well, for the 2 of you, it'd be 25 gold pieces.
I'll cover 15.
Okay.
However, if you win, it is a 100 gold piece payout.
You know, you might be able to find a chariot. Lucky would make a great horse.
No. We'll take the chariot.
Yeah.
All right. So,
No.
Huluk. No. And you understand the stakes of this one significantly more deadly. I want to make sure you understand.
Weapons allowed, not.
Yes, I'll go over the rules in just a moment.
Brilliant.
Huluk and what's your name?
Edovar.
Edofard. Edofard.
Etofart.
Edofard.
I am Ecofart.
And,
Do we want another crew, like, trying on the chariot race too?
there's a limited number of chariots. I still have a few spaces, so you're welcome to do that if you like, but...
If you guys want.
Nah.
I can't drive a chariot.
Oh, look, you strike me as a chariot.
Huluk, you strike me as a chariot.
You're a chariot.
Or at least one.
I'm not even
You
old
said
enough to have
Hulk.
my life.
Isn't vehicles like a...
It's a perfect
Yeah.
And
You don't
guys-
have to have
You guys
it to do
both
it.
have it though, right?
We both have it, yeah.
Dude, maybe you have a split the...
That's what I was thinking. Because you can't
Each
take
take.
double advantage, can you?
But only the first person will win, and second place doesn't get anything.
No, but it just means if something happens. So let me explain the rules.
Yeah.
It is a chariot race of up to 10 chariots, or 10 teams. You will be, I mean, as far as like logistics, like how the game is going to work, you have a speed for your chariot. You have an action for the chariot. You guys can decide what you want your action to be. And that action can be like to dash and make it go even faster, or you can like not pour into the mounts doing that and do something to harry one of the other teams. Specifically, there is no intentional harm on one of the other team members. You can do whatever you want to their chariot. They can die as a result of what you're doing, but you can't shoot an arrow at their face.
Yeah.
But you're a full contact chariot to chariot, whatever, fully allowed. You're allowed to ram chariots into each other. You're allowed to throw things from your chariot in front of other chariots, whatever you'd like. Zero magic. No direct harm to the other riders. Make sense?
Yes.
How long does the race last?
It's from here all along out to the western wall, or the eastern wall, of the city, along the wall, and then back through town to here again.
Like 10 minutes?
Yeah. Ish. Between 10 and 20. You're allowed to go wherever you'd like throughout the city. A lot of people like to sit at the finish line. The finish line's in the stadium. So you see those big open entranceways there where people are filing in? It's about enough room for 2 to squeeze right in by each other. But if there's 8 of you left towards the end...
And just
Now,
the people...
People die every year. If you get thrown out of your chariot, odds are you're going to be hurt real bad. And there will be medical people standing by throughout the city to try and save you. If they can't, they can't. And if you're seen to be stabbing someone or whatever, you will be disqualified and probably legally punished. But you might get hurt. I'm just telling you, there's an inherent risk here.
And the only interaction comes from the people who are registered, no third party.
As in people on the outskirts?
Yeah.
I'm sure it's happened. We don't allow it to happen as much as we can control. Have people cheated before? Certainly.
Sure.
Do we allow it? Absolutely not.
So you guys...
So your only real bonus to throwing another 2 of you into the mix is if something happens to the 2 of you and you're thrown from your chariot, if the 8 of you are looking to win as a unit, you have another team in the battle.
So you 3 are very good with chariots.
Oh, does he have land vehicle?
If it lasts only about 10 to 15 minutes.
That's right, knowledge.
Oh.
So then we could have up to 3?
I would prefer to because if one of us gets hurt, gets thrown off.
I think
Because
it's
it's going to be one of you
idea.
controlling the chariot at
Yeah.
a time.
But or if one of us wants to do something and then the other one.
is with him because he has the only.
Yeah, I like Luminous. I like the people I'm most confident with. No offense, I just know my proficiency with land vehicles. Us in one, and then
We can take another one and try it.
this.
You're a great backup.
Yeah.
If you're looking for the 8 of you to walk away with a chariot victory, I'm assuming the 8 of you want audience with Drake.
Who's that?
I'm assuming 7 of you want audience with Drake.
Can I volunteer for the medical staff?
I would also like to volunteer.
I've been a big fan of it ever since I was a
medical
kid.
Yes.
Yeah.
Certainly. Where would you like to be positioned along the race?
Where was the most trouble happen?
Probably in the first third and in the last quarter. So... Just before you reach the wall, there's usually a lot, because there's a bit of a bottleneck there, where it starts turning.
Well, you can place me where the most need is.
All right.
Is it possible to ride a horse behind? Like, not anywhere you get any, but
So that you could... that's interesting. I'm not a game
I'm
maker.
good at stabilizing.
Right. I'm not a game maker, so I'd have to ask those in charge. As long as you're not impeding, I'd say you could ride the horse probably about 120 feet behind so that you stumble across anybody thrown from their chariot. But we'll look into it and I'll let you know before you begin. You need... So tomorrow, this is for the final bout tomorrow. Arrive an hour before and we'll give you final instructions for the 2 of you that are volunteering. Very nice and kind of you. And then those... Be sure, if you're in any of these events, arrive about 30 minutes before. All right. So, you are signing up, the 2 of you? So that's 25 gold pieces for the two of you, individual each. There's 25 gold pieces each for you guys as well. And it's 100 gold pieces each.
Oh, okay.
So take another 10 off my.
I did.
Thank you.
So that's Lumen and
Why does she
Cleopis,
have all
right?
your gold?
Because back off, nerd.
All right. So the 7/8 of you, whatever the people's hand, you are Lumen and Cephas are both competing in the pole climb. The 8 of you in the team combat feats tonight. Tomorrow morning, beam throwing. 6 of you. And then tomorrow night, 2 teams of 2 from the 8 of you. Bullock and Enovad, Lumen and Clonus. And then 2 of you are going to be volunteering for medical staff. Well, thank you for participating in the Champion's Glory. I do hope you enjoy yourselves. And if you're not competing, enjoy watching, enjoy some good food. And if you are competing, best of luck to you. We'll see you later.
How long until the climb starts?
The pull climb is an hour and a half.
Okay.
So,
Do we need tickets or something to get into the stadium?
ooh, goodness gracious. Me. If you're competing, go to the practice area delegated to your spot and show them this. And he pulls out these small little coins. They're like really cheap metal, stamped really, really thin. And you see that like scratched into is a rough image of kind of like what the event is. So it's like a token. Kind of like when you put a penny in those things at the carousel and then they roll them out. So to the 2 of you doing beam or pole climb, he hands you guys these like stretched out thin pieces of metal. And you just see it looks just like a tall pole with like people, you can see like little scratched in like stick figures climbing up it. He hands one of those to each of you. And for the team combat feat, it's just a set of crossed swords. He hands one to each of you. And then he hands an extra one to you, 18-year-old turtle, to give to Ghibli. For the beam throwing, you see it's like a stick figure holding this log. He gives one to the 6 of you that are participating in that. And then it's just a scratched in little box with wheels on it for the chariot racing. He gives one to each of you and one to each of you. There's practice areas. You can see it all around the Coliseum or the stadium. Go to one of those areas 30 minutes before that game is taking place and hand an official that token and they'll get you set.
Do we need entry tickets, or does these count as just a general admission to watch?
No, this is not for watching. This is for participating. If you want to get into the stadium to watch anything's going on in the stadium and you're not participating, you need to pay to get yourself in. I believe it's just a silver piece for a seat. And first come, first serve. There's not a lot of seats, so...
Good enough.
Sounds like good.
If for the 5 of you that are not participating in that first game, you may want to go get seats now.
Do we need anything for trying to volunteer for the healing crew?
If you come here an hour before that game tomorrow night, we'll figure that out for you. I'll remember what 2 of you look like. I'll be here. And I'll have already spoken to my superior about it, and so he'll have instruction.
Good enough.
Alrighty, well, the line's piling up again. You guys have a great rest of your day, and I'll see some of you later.
I'll flick him a silver.
Oh!
Goodness gracious. Right in his eye.
Radio. And he kind of like you watch his mustache kind of like flitter around when he smiles as you guys leave.
I like it.
I thought that you hit him and it like hit the illusion and it. And I was like,
There's a devil right there. You all signed your souls away to me. All right.
Well, should we get seats?
yeah, let's go get some seats. You guys
don't need them.
You guys need to go
because
practice.
you're gonna be.
We'll go out.
You should go practice.
Do you need help binding your wings, or are your wings going to? Are you going to just trying to use them?
You need help cutting them off?
I have a really thin string that would be very easy to break.
I've got
That
a
might
sharp
be
sword.
tight enough to remind you not to use them. But if you start to fall, it would break if you tried to really.
Cephas can cut one. I can cut the other.
Pretty clever.
Yeah.
Let's try that.
All right. Are either of you proficient in knot tying?
No, but you should.
I can help out.
I have the thread.
Yeah.
I'm just going to twist 2 threads together so it's strong enough where it's not going to break. But if he tried to open, they would break.
So going over that, you're like, I think this knot might work. You just tie it real good. No roll necessary. All right. So your wings are behind you, kind of tied carefully, and then you've got your cloak on underneath or over them. Probably underneath them. Cloak off. Okay. So the 2 of you go to the practice area. We don't necessarily need to roleplay through the practice if you don't. I mean, it's not going to impact because it's all going to be rolls. So, Here's the rules for the game. The way it's going to work when you guys get in there to compete, you are going to be paired up with another individual who you're competing directly against. You're trying to simultaneously beat them to the top of this 40-foot pole while keeping them from getting ahead of you. You can use any means that you wish to do this, to accomplish this. There are no weapons allowed and 0 magic allowed, as well as no flying. That makes sense? All right. So the rest of you make your way into the stadium. If you want a seat, you're here early enough. There's some available. It's a silver piece per to get into the stadium, so you just pay that at the door and you can get a seat. I'm going to roll to see how good of seats you guys get.
Dang.
And whether or not you guys get to sit together. Okay. You're about a third of the way up into the seats. They go up pretty high. They go up at like 70 or 80
That's not
feet.
that bad.
So you're about a third of the way up on the far side. The way this is going to work, I don't have all the minis that I would need, but I do have your guys' minis. We actually don't need them for this. This doesn't really... Spacing doesn't matter. But you guys practice for a good while out there if you'd like. Do both of you practice? Okay. So there... I mean, it comes natural to some of you. You see... There are opportunities for you to practice by yourself just climbing it, and there are opportunities to practice against other people that will be potential competitors. So you can practice like against them head to head, or the two of you could practice just against each other so that you're not practicing against potential competitors. But it doesn't really matter for the purposes of this. Going into it later, you guys wait out of that practice area until finally one of the guys that was like writing on the bulletin board behind the guy that we were talking to, comes over. And he's got this little box with a slot on the top of it. And he goes, all right, the way this is going to work. Come forward, provide your token that you were given if you're participating. And he kind of holds the box out. And you watch as he does that. There's a guy standing next to him with this chalk that he marks across the back of your arm. All right, each of you are competing. All right, gather around, those of you that are competing. I'm going to explain to you how this works. Fairly simple. Head to head, reach the top. When you reach the top, stand on the top. If you do and the other person does not, you're the victor. If... for even a moment, you think that it may have been a tie, and you can't hear us call that it is a tie, you get the other person off the top. Because if it is a tie, and we determine that it's a tie, but you have not yet realized, you won't like it so much. So if you're at the top and the other person's at the top with you, get them off. We'll tell you if you were wrong afterward. Because if you get up there at the same time, it's whoever stands. Other than that, no weapons, no magic. Use whatever you can. And don't deliberately try and kill the other person, but if it happens, it happens. Understand? All right. For expediency, a lot of people are participating in this game. There are 4 pools inside of the stadium. We'll be running 4 games at once. You will be not competing with the other 3 games. You're only competing with your single competitor. But they are running at the same time. Try not to be so distracted, but if you get distracted, not my fault. Everybody understand that? All right, pretty simple. So the way it'll work for you guys, every turn, you will roll initiative, you versus the other person. You will get a turn. Your movement speed here doesn't really matter. You can choose to use your action to try and climb. I'll have you make an athletics check. Or you can use your action to try and do something to the opponent. But you have to be within 5 feet of them. So keep that in mind. All right. And then it's really whoever gets to the top after that first. How tall is it? It's a 40-foot pole. Okay. Yeah. Any questions? You'll just basically tell me, like, all right, this is what I want to try and do, and I'll tell you if it works or not.
Could I use the restroom real quick?
Sure. Is this Mike?
This is Lumen.
Okay. I thought this was your way of saying, can Mike go use the restroom?
That's what I do.
Oh.
Sure. We've got 30 minutes to the event, so be quick. There's an outhouse right over there.
I'm going to see if I can find Venora or Titus.
Okay.
If I see you walking in by
Well,
yourself,
you're outside the stadium. They've been in the stadium for an hour sitting in their seats. Would you have wanted to do this earlier? It's been You've been here for an hour, and that you guys have been separated for an hour.
I still want to do this one thing, but this one thing, there's 2 things I want to do. One thing I still want to go to that quotes.
Sure.
Hand quotes.
The other thing, we'll say earlier before you guys split up, when you guys were going to the practice area and they were going to the stadium, what was it you wanted to do with Venora or Titus?
I was wondering if I could have one of those, the fruit things
How do you?
with the sticky substance.
The milk fruit.
You you can have the half that
It was the small
Titus
pieces.
chewed on. Keep you hydrated.
I just want to. I squeeze it a lot and see if I can get any sticky substance out on my hands.
Oh. This is about an hour and a half before the games are starting. Unless you want to keep that until
Yeah,
right
you
before the
keep
game.
it.
Okay, yeah, I'll just
Do
keep
you
it.
one of you? It's those two that had them.
No, he gave him.
I give mine to
Okay.
her.
Did you give it to him? Sure. So you've got that in your pocket. You can do that right before you go on stage. Okay. You go to the bathroom. What are you doing in the
Sticky or
bathroom?
slimy?
It's. I mean, it's slimy at first, but it gets sticky quick because it's like milk and honey.
And then I'll cast enhanced ability on myself.
In the bathroom. Okay.
Right before it starts.
This is like 20 minutes before he's on. So.
Isn't enhanced ability last for 10 minutes?
An hour.
Oh,
Hallelujah.
minutes.
No.
Okay, and you're doing the strength one, I assume.
Yeah, I'll use the bull's strength. So,
All right.
can my little antenna kind of shape as not horns, but like in the
What? Oh.
like in the
Oh, like a bowl? Yeah, sure, that's fine. So as you kind of this fairy dust across your body, you feel your body kind of like tense up, your shoulders roll forward a little bit, and then your antenna like curl around in like these large
That's
bull
cool.
horns. And you're like, you kind of go to fix them and they don't go back. All right.
All right, yeah. And if Lumen has to go to the bathroom, he goes to the bathroom.
Yeah, that's neither here nor there.
Yeah,
All
you
right.
never know if a moth has to go or not.
That's that's what they say about moths. You never know when they have to go. All right, you go back. All of you are taken into the stadium. You see just probably 200-300 people filling the stands, all looking down at you, as they are just cheering at the first games. Now this whole thing finally starting. You get the sense that the entire city here. It's a small city, but it's not a town. It is distinctly a city. This is what they look forward to every 2 months. And easily 300 people, I should say, all ready for this. Just cheering, yelling, ready for this to start. An announcer walks in, this tall, kind of very gentleman-like human. You see top hat, big gray mustache, very out of place, this long train, like vest thing. And as he walks in, he takes this big bow, lets everyone know, all right, welcome. Here we are, finally. Our summer games. We've waited quite some time for it. I know there were some delays, but we appreciate everyone being here the same. To start this off, a 40-foot pole climb. Everybody here knows how this works. It happens every year, at least twice. We've got a lot of contestants, so we're going to be running 4 poles at the same time. Whoever you want to watch them. It's going to get crazy. All right, let it begin. And then he just kind of like gets out of there. At that, each of you is kind of like grabbed from the side by a guard, and he looks at you, and he pulls you in, and he pulls some other guy. You see just this little halfling. He pulls each of you in, and he goes, all right, you're competing first. You're on pole number 4. Ready? And he stripes your hand with red chalk. Go. And he just points you in that direction. You'll watch for the red flag to drop. That means the 2 of you can start. And then he grabs Cephas, pulls you over, and he grabs...
A literal bear.
an actual bear. Let's see. He grabs a dragonborn, this tall, skinny dragonborn, pulls you in. This guy's like 6'5", probably tall, but compared to you, not. Pulls you in, put your guys' arms together so your like fists are touching, and he goes, all right, the 2 of you are going to be on the blue pole. When you see the blue flag drop from over here, that means you guys can start. And then he marks your arms with this blue chalk, and then he pushes you that way. And then you see him do the same with 2 more groups. And then he starts going down the line. There's like 40 contestants for this.
Make to bless you.
Dang, and you guys got first
There's like 40 contestants for this game.
round.
And so he's just going down the line, marking each of them with each of these 4 colors until finally everybody's ready. But you guys get up there. While he's still marking, there's another guard that holds up a flag, this red flag, and he looks at each of you.
My hands are in my pockets, getting that juice ready.
Okay.
Squeezing
So
them
you're
a
just
little bit.
Gross. And he holds it up. He drops the red flag. You guys can start. So we're just going to do it separately, even though they're kind of going on at the same time. So we're going to start with this one. All right. Roll initiative. And then pretty much you watch as that red flag drops, and you watch Lumen and the other guy race for the pole. You're put 20 feet away from the pole, each of you, and you watch them race for it, As they start running forward, you look down the other side, Cephas, at the other guy, or the guy that was holding that flag, and you watch him now pull out this blue flag and holds it up. They start climbing up the pole, you look back again, and then he drops it, and then you guys are off. Alright, roll initiative for me, Flumen. Pretty good from this guy.
When we're cheering in the stands, I'm thaumaturging Titus.
Flumen! So everybody hears the kid's voice.
The kid Trump in the stands.
What was it for
Initiative.
8.
8. All right, he's going first. So immediately you start you're running with your hands in your pockets. You have to pull your hands out of your pockets and you start running for this pole. You see it's a wide, circular, slick wood pole that, however you are going to climb up it, there are occasionally, the other one outside in the practice area was a lot more battered and it had been hit quite a bit, maybe for some other reason. There were occasional little handholds, but this thing is slick and oiled down. There might occasionally be some little bumps and grooves in it, but it's going to be hard to climb. It's something that a trained soldier might be able to do, but you're a little out of your element. You rush for it. You see the other guy get there just before you do. He just immediately starts climbing. So he's going to make an athletics check.
I'm gonna yell at him right before it does. I'm gonna be like, "Good luck."
You say good luck?
Yeah.
Okay. Make a charisma check.
Guidance.
Throw him off his game.
What's the roll, I guess? 19.
19. Okay, he kind of he grabs hold of the pole and starts hoisting himself, and he kind of looks over at you and you too. And then he starts pulling himself up. He gets barely. He's trying. He's a halfling, so he's wrapping his arms as much as he can around it. And you see he immediately does it like a bear, arms, legs, and he's like hoisting himself up. He gets up 5 feet. You rush over. You get there to it. You don't need to do anything for that. Are you gonna just start climbing?
Tear it off.
You're within. You can't reach him from here, so you can start carrying him.
Can I
from
kind of do a jump up and grab? Not him,
To the
but to the
pole?
pole. Yeah.
Sure. It's not going to change anything. That'll still be an athletics check, but we'll see if that's what gets you 5 feet up.
Okay. That one's better.
Okay. What is it? It's plus 0.
Plus 0.
Yeah. So what is the roll?
20.
20. Okay. Nat 20.
Yeah.
Wow.
I said that one's better.
Okay. So immediately you see he does get to the top. You just latch on to where he is, and you, as best as you can, you are holding with your hands on either side of it, and you can kind of wrap your whole arms around, and just your feet dangling, you kind of shimmy above him, and you actually get a full 20 feet up. Or I'm sorry, a full 10 feet up. 10 feet up. 10
Let me
feet
tell
up.
you, I can jump.
That guy immediately just, oh, good luck, yeah. And he starts to climb as well. All right, so it's now his turn. He's going to try and grab you and pull you down. So you can make an athletics or acrobatics check.
17 plus 1.
Okay, 18, pretty good. He rolled a 16. So just as he's grabbing this is what he's using for his action. He reaches up to grab your ankle and pull you down, and he tries, fails, and you just slip your leg right out from his hands, and then he has to grab hold of the pole again, not to fall. It's your turn.
Climb in, and then I'll look down and be like, sorry.
You're gonna try and climb?
Yeah.
Okay, roll an athletics check with advantage. So it's 2 d20s, and just take whatever's on the 20.
Let's take my other 20 out.
Here,
I have 2 20s. Right.
go for it, yeah.
14 looks better than a 4.
14?
Yeah.
You, as much as you're trying, you're pulling yourself up, and you start to slip down. You just have to hold on. You make no ground. All right, his turn. He's going to again try and grab you and pull you down. He just kind of wiggles his way up a little bit, and you feel him grab hold of one of your ankles, and you watch him focus as hard as he can. And he tenses up, and then he's just holding with his legs, and he's reaching up with his other arm now to try and pull you all the way down. Make an athletics check. So you roll with advantage. Take the higher number.
16.
He grabs hold of both and pulls you down. At this point, you are now falling already, and he just pulls you straight back, and you fall right on your back on the ground. He looks back down at you. Good luck. It's your turn. He's still 5 feet up, though.
16.
16, what are you doing?
Climbing.
Okay.
Because I'm on the ground.
So you run to it again, and just now you are on the other side of it with him, awkwardly 5 feet up. The two of you on either side of it. And he's and he's trying to shove you from the other side. It's his turn. He's going to just try and climb. Okay, exactly what he needed. So you see with this, he gets 10 feet up from where you are. He's now 15 feet up. You are 5. Your turn.
Same thing. I'm just gonna keep climbing. 13.
13. You slide. His turn. Huh. He tries. Can't move. He's still 15 feet up. You're 5. Go for it.
10.
10. You guys are at a standstill. You're here cheering, and you're just like trying to pull yourself up. This guy's also stuck at 15 feet. It's not like going back and forth. You guys are doing this at the same time. He stays as well. So you guys are both just trying. Now it really is like you're both like stuck there.
Does the pole get smaller too as you go up, or is it?
Slightly, but not really.
Okay. 13.
Nope.
Damn.
He's stuck as well. He's rolled a 6 3 times in a row.
50.
You are now 10 feet up. You do pull yourself up another 5 feet. You are now within 5 feet of him. So either of you can try and attack each other this round. He does look down at you. He's gonna try for the climb. Okay, he's stuck. He's stuck right above you. 15 and 10.
We'll try climbing. 9.
You're stuck. I'm gonna switch dice. Go ahead.
17.
Okay, you are now on par with him. 15-15. The two of you locked in this embrace on either side of the pole. He looks at you. Get off of here. And he's going to try and push you off. So it's athletics versus his athletics. He's trying to push you off. Roll an athletics check. You have advantage.
12.
Better than his. So you two, he grabs hold of your shoulder. You grab his hand. He's trying to push you. You're not moving. So now it's your turn. You can try and push him off or you can keep climbing.
I won't try to push him off. I'll try to push him down.
As you climb?
Yeah, try to use him as a step.
Okay, so you're just climbing, but using him as a step? Mm-hmm. Sure, all right, so it's just disrespect. All right, go for it. Athletics check.
Hike one leg on top of his head, push off.
Athletics check.
Yeah, I got. Because what'd you say? Get off the pole or something.
What did he say?
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Okay.
Go ahead.
I'm back.
That was 15 minutes ago.
15.
The disrespect.
How tall is this pole?
40 feet.
Okay.
17.
17. You do step on his face, push yourself up 5 more feet, so you're just above him now, and he just goes, oh, wow, sportsmanship, all right. He's gonna try and pull you off like he did earlier. So you watch him just grip with just his legs around the pole, and then just grabs your feet. Come on.
It's impressive.
Roll an athletics check against his 8.
16.
He just grabs hold and you just wriggle your feet out, and he just has to quickly grab onto the pole not to fall himself. It's your turn. You can try and kick him off the pole or keep climbing. You're 20 feet up, he's 15.
I'm just going.
You're gonna go? Okay, what'd you roll?
15.
15. You're 25 feet up. You're just out of his range now, so now if he wants to try and do anything, he has to get within range of you. You don't have to roll right now. This is his roll. He's gonna try and climb as well. A natural 20. You are both 25 feet up now on either side of the pole, just in this embrace again. It's your turn.
11.
To climb?
Yep.
You guys are locked in this stalemate. He's stuck there too. The two of you like gripped in this moment.
I'll start.
He was going. Actually, he was trying to push you off. So technically, you need to make a contested roll. But it's so bad, I just assumed to be terrible. But you could roll bad enough. Go ahead and roll.
Natural 20.
Yeah. Now it's your turn. What are you doing? He's just looking at you, sweating. You're both 25 feet at the top of this pole, or over halfway up this pole. He's just holding on to you.
How far are we up?
25 feet up each. You're both looking at each other right now on the same level.
Can I
I'm
attempt
just
to
give him a
start a
stare.
chant?
Now that I'm finished, I'm gonna choose.
Okay.
I'm gonna stare at him with my crazy eyes and then speak in gnome, because maybe he knows gnome. It's good luck. I'm sorry. And then I try to
Push him off.
push him off.
Roll an athletics check. He's a halfling, so you're being racist here because you're speaking gnomish, but whatever. He's 12? 15. You go to just say something in a language he doesn't recognize. He goes, "Is that gnomish?" And then you push him, and he goes, holds on, and goes, You're gonna die for that. I'm a halfling. I don't even know what you are. And then he's gonna roll. Oh, roll an athletics check. 2 natural ones?
2 Oh my god.
So if he only beats you by a certain amount, he doesn't push you off, but you roll double natural ones, so he goes, oh, you're gonna die for that. And then he rears back, just holding with his legs, and just goes, whoop, and pushes you, and you fly off the pole. Crash onto your back on the ground. Unless you want to open your wings so you don't take any damage, but you gotta forfeit the match.
25?
Yeah, so it'll be 2d6 damage.
It's mud, right? Not like cement.
It's sand.
Okay.
Hey, sand's better than cement.
2d6 damage.
It's 2d6.
All right, roll a dexterity saving
We're
throw.
doing it, yep. What is it?
Dexterity
D6?
saving throw. No. Roll a dexterity saving
Dexterity.
throw. I will roll your damage.
All right, that's the one for the campaign. The advantage.
4? You take...
Double.
No. You take 4 bludgeoning damage. It's not that bad. You could have just halved it if you rolled well. But now it's your turn, and you're 25 feet below.
You've never climbed before, buddy.
Climbed like you were flying.
You as you're like on the ground, you look up and you see him looking down at you, and he starts climbing up.
Wipe my hands off real quick and then in my pockets.
Get more of that sticky juice.
And then I run and just start climbing as fast
All
as
right,
I can.
climb. 14. Okay. I'll say because you reapplied your adhesive, I will lower the base DC by 1, which now makes it 14. So you get 5 feet up. His turn. He gets 10 feet up. He's 35 feet up. Just with nothing to compare there.
He's 5 feet away.
You gotta hope he gets a few rounds of bad rolls again.
I'll go up and as I do it, I'm gonna yell in Draconic.
You wanna try and intimidate him somehow? What are you yelling? In Draconic. Maybe he'll understand it.
In Draconic.
You better keep running, or you better keep climbing. I'm after you.
Okay. Roll an intimidation check first. You don't have advantage on that.
Your mom's a gnome.
19. Oh wait, intimidation. I don't think I have any. No, yeah, just straight 19.
Okay, so you just yell this bellowing roar and something draconic, and you watch him kind of freeze up a little bit, look down at you. Roll your athletic check to try and get up there.
Come on.
Actually, that is your action. That's something you can try to do is intimidate. So that was your turn.
Yeah.
You're 5 feet up, and then you just go for this intimidation. And it looks like you worked, because he's going to burn his turn being scared. It's your turn.
Okay.
So now you can climb.
6.
Yeah, you don't make any ground. This is to see if he gets out of the intimidation. Okay. Actually, yeah, no, I'm not going to have you roll. It was just easy. He gets out of it now. So he's like, he's going to go for it. What is that? Oh, yeah. He pulls himself up to the top. You watch him. He's struggling to get that last little way. He has to get one more success, and then he wins. So you got to get 35 feet up, or he's got to sit there for a while struggling.
8.
Yeah, that's a fail. Let's see if he can make that last little way. He just needs a 15 or higher. He rolled a 12 plus 3. That's 15 exactly. You watch him just pull himself up, and then he stands victorious at the top of the red flagged pole. And he looks down at you, spits in your direction.
I rip out my wings and I fly straight up to him.
Okay, he's like looking you dead in the eye when you get up there. What are you doing?
I put my hand out. Congratulations.
Roll a charisma check.
It was so solid.
Huh?
Advantage? Oh, no.
No?
It's 1.
1?
Yeah.
A nat 1?
Yeah.
Okay. He kind of... you too, and starts climbing down.
Man, you are on a down.
All right.
That was incredible.
All right, Cephas.
That
you
was historic.
Watch the blue flag drop ahead of you. This lithe dragonborn starts running. Roll initiative. This
Roll
is
didn't
just, only
do
matters
that.
to who goes first.
18.
Okay. You're going first.
Yes.
What do you want to do?
I want to climb.
Okay.
18.
18. Okay, yeah. You rush up, immediately pull yourself up 5 feet, no issues. You watch just behind you, now starting to climb. This other one will jump. You watch this quick leap up, almost like 3 or 4 feet up the pole, and grabs on, and immediately starts slipping down to the bottom. Go ahead.
Come on.
That is a 6.
Okay, so then I got a 16.
You have a plus 10 athletics?
No, but I have the thing
It's an
up.
earring that makes it.
Oh! Do you have a plus 8?
I can't.
That's
my minimum
amazing.
is always 16.
Wow, so you'll always be going up 5 feet. All right, another one.
incredible.
You just, like clockwork, 5 feet up. This one looks at you like... Starts pulling themselves up. This one's a little bit better than the halfling, but it needs to roll well. That one. Slides back to the bottom again.
16.
16. 15 feet up. 1 foot up.
Dude, that earring is so good.
Okay, all right. This one. 10 feet up. Within 5 feet of you now.
Oh.
How do you get
Go.
Just different
Nat
It's a different
20,
DC.
28.
A nat 20?
28.
Okay, immediately spikes 10 feet up. So you're 25 feet up now.
Nice.
Everything it can do, you can do better. Okay, just enough to get another 5 feet, but it's 25 and what, 15 now? Yeah.
That is 19.
19? Okay, so that's another 5 feet up.
Wait. No. 21.
That's another 10 feet up. So 35 feet and 15. You weren't kidding. You were done way before Lumen was done. Oh, Lumen! 15. Stays. Fails.
Thiefeth.
And 26.
Okay. You not only get to the top, you just pull yourself up, stand, do a couple jumping jacks on top of this pole, and
Go, Lumen!
you look over, and Lumen is right now just stuck at 5 feet. Trying to climb, but not able to climb, still in the 4th round. You look down, that Dragonborn just slides the 15 feet down and looks up and just kind of goes like that with a little salute and starts walking away. And then the crowd like roars as you watch all the other ones. They're still going. Yeah. Impressive.
And
Okay.
I'm gonna say, what is it?
The people's hand!
As they're just roaring, you can barely hear it. Huh?
How far? Oh, he's way too far away.
To for thermometers.
Yeah. So there. Message is 100 feet outside.
All right. Well done. That was so much faster. Dude, having that plus 8
that
and
was so
minimum 8 really changes things.
Yeah.
Literally can't roll less than a 5-foot climb. So the DC was 15 to go 5 and 20 to go 10.
It helped me 2 times, for sure. Because I rolled a 3 one time and a 5 another.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What was that?
Some sort of bug. All right.
Thank goodness you didn't take that kid's paralysis.
All right. Climb. You can't move.
Only my legs.
Only my legs.
Each of you eventually comes back down, exiting the area. You watch as somebody kind of ushering you out of the stadium congratulates each of you. Lumen, your hand, you know, get a handshake from the guy that's in charge, the like gentleman-looking guy. Oh, well done. Yeah, very good. Better luck next time. And big man over here, fastest I've ever seen anybody win. Well done. Here's your 10 gold pieces. Drops 10 gold pieces in your hand.
Oh, 4.
Oh, right. You've got 2 more
Because it's
matches.
No,
Multiple
10
matches.
thanks.
No, you're right. I'm sorry, I forgot. Here's your 4 gold pieces. You're up next, and he stripes your arm with this pink chalk, and he goes, "All right, you're going to be on pool number 4. I don't know who you're going up against. Oh, right there. You're going up against that guy, and you turn around and see just this behemoth of a guy, this huge human, 6'8" probably, but human, just a boulder of a person.
For nature's glory.
He does this every year. Every season.
It's gonna be Cephas and the halfling in the finals.
The boulder note. If you win this one, you go up against the next victor. So get right at it.
The half.
You're up right now. Go right out there. And you run out there. The guy's already standing out there. He's 40 feet away from you, 20 feet from the pole as you are, and he just looks at you, entirely emotionless. And you watch the guy hold up the pink flag, drop it.
Is it one of the bodyguards that circuited?
18.
You're
Again.
going first. Yeah, you're going first. He rolled a 5. All right, go right ahead.
16.
16. All right. 5 feet up. This guy runs up. 5 feet up as well. The two of you, he is heavy. You feel the pull kind of in his direction.
That's 5 feet off.
He's staring you down.
You're a big boy.
Are you climbing?
I'm just gonna climb.
Okay, you climb 5 feet up, and you watch him immediately. He's gonna try and grab you.
Ooh, athletics.
So, opposed athletics.
16.
16. This is not for climbing.
This is not for climbing.
It's 16.
Oh.
8.
Oh, you rolled an 8? Okay, just want to make sure.
I'm just getting on the 16.
Versus his 10, he grabs hold of you, you look down, kind of kick your foot out, and kick his hand off.
I don't want to hurt you.
Your turn.
19.
Just climbing? Another 5 feet up. All right, you're now 15, he's 5. He's going to go for climbing as well.
Why can't you get 12?
Okay. 10 feet. 15 again. Face to face.
16.
16. 5 feet up. He's just below you. You watch him clutching with one arm. He spits in his hand and reaches down into the back of his pants. Yeah. He pulls his hand back out. And then he goes to grab you with that hand.
Oh, that's rude.
You get pulled down and diseased.
23.
28. You watch as he grabs your leg and pulls you straight down. You were what, 20 feet up?
15, I think.
No,
it
both
was
15,
20.
and then he went up 5 more.
So I was 20.
Yeah, so he pulls you rocketing down to the ground. Go ahead and roll a dexterity saving throw.
17.
Okay, 3 damage. You hit the ground. You can try other things, by the way. Like, Lumen did that intimidation if you want to try and do something to stop him. But he is 15 feet above you, so you either have to hope he rolls bad a few times and you roll really well, or you can try and spend your turn doing something else.
First one I'm going to try climb.
You're going to try climbing? All right, go for it.
16.
16, 5 feet up. 10 feet. He goes up, he's 25 feet up.
Dude.
Good.
Get him.
How?
So how's the intimidation work? Like he can break it? Because then it just...
He rolls a check against it to try and resist your intimidation. His intimidation would be based, or his resistance would be based off his wisdom. Just like it would be for you. So you use your action to try and intimidate him. If you succeed, depending on the disparity, every 5 that your intimidation attempt is better than his resistance is 1 round he can't act. So if you roll 25 and he rolls 15, that's 2 rounds he can't act. Does that make sense?
I'll intimidate.
All right, what are you saying to intimidate him?
What's he look like again?
He's just, you know the dad from How to
A
Train Your
boulder
Dragon?
of flesh.
Yes.
You know, have you seen How to Train Your Dragon?
Yeah.
Or not the dad. You know the guy with the peg leg that like teaches the kid?
yeah.
If that guy had both legs.
Oh.
I was thinking like The Rock.
No.
I was
He's
thinking
a
of the
round person. Like
Shrek.
well,
Like
Shrek's an oak.
more like Jericho's dad.
like Tyson Fury's dad.
More like Mike Tyson.
Mike Tyson.
Go ahead.
Here I come, poop hand.
He's put poop on his hand. All right.
Yeah.
Roll an intimidation versus his wisdom.
Oh, baby! 24.
I made up a bad rule. All right.
Did you roll really bad?
That's 3 rounds. He just goes.
That's good.
I didn't put poop on my hand. What'd you say about me? Get him.
He burns around. It's your turn.
Can I just keep doing intimidation?
Just stockpile all of these rounds.
That's 1 round he's burned though. You get around. Go.
11 days. 18.
18. 5 feet. You're at 10. He's at 25. Wait. He burns another round. Now it's yours.
16.
You're at 15. He's at 25. He burns his 3rd round after that intimidation. You can try and intimidate him again now. He's looking down at you.
I told you I put poop on my hand. I had some honey back there.
You've got so much poop on your hand, I can smell it from here. People can see it.
Are you intimidating?
Yeah.
Come on, Matt! What is wrong with you?
This time it's a 19.
Yeah, I got him.
So he goes, no!
So you're in.
So now you're 15, he's 25, and he has his turn. He's going to try and roll to go up. Spits off the side. What is that? That's a 4.
Doesn't move.
No, 12. He didn't move.
Poop hand.
Roll intimidation.
I'm coming for you. Oh!
What was it? A 1?
The 1!
Dude, what is with this pool table?
Gotta find it out.
Alright, I gotta switch that.
He's gonna go up.
He stays.
He's just gonna. He's just laughing.
It works. It's working.
I'm getting closer, Poopan.
Are you trying intimidation again?
Oh. 17?
This is intimidation?
Yeah.
Wisdom of 20. Oh. I'm sorry, of 18. He just goes. Keeps going.
Does his vanish because he's laughing?
No, but he does roll a 25, so
35.
he's now 35 feet up in the air. And you're what? 15?
He's need 5 feet, and you need.
You just gotta roll good if you want to. Really, your only option is the intimidation
Yeah, I know.
for it to work.
Alright, here we go. I'm just calling him Poop Hand. Oh, that's a good one. So that's 24.
You yell poop hand at him?
Yeah.
Poopan.
4.
2. 22? That's 4 rounds of inaction.
Yes, 24.
Hang on. All right, so 24 gets you to 25 feet in action. Number 1, go.
Oh, 27.
Oh, they're neck and neck.
Neck and neck, and you'll shoot a
And he can't do anything for 2 more rounds.
Well, you're going so much faster.
Oh, no, that is 8 plus 9, 17.
Okay, so you didn't score 20 on the last one, so it requires one more roll. So that he burns his second one, or his third one now. You get to the top, and you have to pull yourself up over the top, and he goes,
Well, here's a professional anymore.
go ahead.
So much
He doesn't know.
6.
And then you just, no. He's like grabbing at your feet, trying to pull you up, and basically that last second where he goes,
Well, it's not funny anymore.
and then you just go, all the way to the and then you hike yourself up to the top.
When I get to the top, I'm gonna yell,
I defeated the Poopan.
And then he falls to the ground.
The
People's hand destroys the poop hand.
the people's poop hand.
The pole comes up and you fall off.
All right.
Yeah, he just lets go, so the pole goes.
Does the pole like
He lets go, and then you go out of the stadium. He does just
No, you get caught
slide
in
down
the
to the
netting.
bottom and just,
People's hands.
Oh, so many splinters.
I've won every year.
and he just slowly walks away.
Oh, that poor man.
Poor man, he put poop on his hand.
He didn't put poop on his
He's
head.
a
He didn't put
poor.
poop on his head.
He doesn't have the.
why did he reach into his
the
pants and grab me?
he doesn't have the honey
He
milk.
said he had a pack of honey in there.
Oh, Poopan.
Oh, I don't care.
It's honey.
Yeah. He thinks it's honey. All right. Immediately, you're declared the winner. People are cheering. You're given 2 more gold as your victory. All right, it's an even 10. Well, it's because he's won 6 gold now. It's an even 10. You get another 4 gold if you win this last one. And you get, you win your match. So, and he kind of looks down the line. Oh, all right. It's you and that guy. And you look over, tall, really thin, pencil mustache human. It's you. Looks like a snake of a person, but a human, just like. It's really terrifying to look
Be
at.
live.
Quick question: how's the halfling doing?
The halfling. Let's see if he won. I'll just roll 3 times and see if he's done well. 3 competitive rolls.
That
Stalemate.
in the different groups though.
Stalemate again. I've rolled the same thing on both dice 3 times in a row. I rolled 2 10s, 2 16s, and then 2 14s.
Wow.
That's statistically.
What is the
impossible.
statistical chance of that?
What is this? How
Is there statistically of exactly getting that? It's really high.
Yeah.
Is there a curse here?
2 10s, 2 16s. Well, he's doing
Roll
Fine.
a d20 if you get a nat 1.
2 3. No, I'm just kidding. He won his second one. All right, you are going up against this terrifying,
So many.
whatever the bomb guy from The Incredibles. All right, ready? Roll initiative.
Boob.
Pretty good for his. 22.
9.
He's going first. 9. He runs up, just jumps up
I rolled
really
18
high.
last initiative.
He wraps his body awkwardly around this thing, and he climbs 10 feet.
You didn't tell me I was competing.
Jeez, all right.
Why do you
16.
16? All right. So you go up 5 feet. His turn now. He looks down at you and just, he's like awkwardly like a lizard climbing up this thing.
Like a snake.
Crit fail. He just like starts sliding back down. He's 5 feet up with you now. He falls 5 feet and he's neck and neck with you and just goes.
For a moment, I thought you were racing the Geico lizard.
Okay.
Are you climbing?
Yeah, I'm gonna climb. That is 25.
25. All right, 15 feet up. He is 5. Okay, 25 from him as well. He 15 feet up with you.
That's not too far.
You guys are still neck and neck.
Sorry, Snake Man. I'm gonna peel his hands off and.
It's only 15. It's an athletics check. He's going to use acrobatics.
You just deglove him.
26.
26! No!
All right, hang on. Just roll a d20 out here. Higher roll. It's just a rollies.
Straight, no athletics.
Straight rollies.
Straight rollies.
Okay.
Oh.
6.
8 and 6. Jeez.
Okay.
Peel those. I'm not sure I like that one, but.
Peel his hand off.
Straight rollies.
You're just like, and he since it's so close, he does slide down 5 feet, but he is not falling to his death or whatever. So he's at 10. You're at 15 now.
Dad, there was only.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But now it's his turn.
He's gonna fall on his neck.
So you made him lose 5 feet there. He just starts slimily climbing back up. That's 15 exactly, so he's right on par with you again.
I'll climb. 16.
16? You're 20? He's
Well,
15?
no, that was a 9. Well, it doesn't matter.
You're 20? He's
Doesn't matter. It's under
15?
17. I guess it only matters if I'm over.
Okay. He is now 25 and you're 20. He just goes right past you.
Just do a
Would
good
you like to?
number.
He's within range if you want to try and harry him in some way. If not... What's it going to be? Intimidation, try and climb past him, or grab him.
I'm gonna try climb past him.
Okay.
Not 20.
Okay.
28.
That's pretty... 28? Wow, okay. So, easily 10 feet. What were you at, 15?
I was.
He was at
You were at
20.
20. So you're at 30 now. He's at 20.
25.
You just do exactly what he did. From 5 feet behind you, he went... And then you pass him, just grabbing hold of this thing and pulling yourself up. He goes, no, no, no. That's absolutely terrible. He just stuck there at 25.
Come on. That is 26.
Wow. So straight to 35. No.
No, he was at 30, so he goes.
Oh, I thought you
So
were
he goes to 40.
25. And he
I've been
was-
keeping track.
Okay.
The other guy was 25.
Five.
I'm
is
sorry. You're right.
So he's right at 40.
5.
That's fine. All right. So immediately, what was your roll total? 28?
26.
26? Okay, that's enough. You just get to the top, pull yourself to the top. Much easier battle than the last one. And you just pull yourself to the top, and he just slides down and just starts walking away with his head down.
Slinking
People are cheering and screaming. You get down, however you choose, and then you are given your last 4 gold. Oh, pretty impressive. You should think about competing in some of our other events if you haven't already signed up. That was pretty cool.
I think I'm gonna throw the bean.
All right. We'll see you tomorrow then.
Are you doing this?
Yeah.
The bean.
Oh, bean.
Yeah, the bean toss.
Okay. Well. All right. That sounds all right with me.
He's like, I guess I don't have a.
Yeah, I didn't get the schedule changed, but they changed the beam throwing to beam throwing, I guess.
Flea circus.
As long as they're not.
I
riffing.
wanna shake hands all my opponents and.
Yeah, you find them through the crowd.
blessing.
They're all kind of watching the rest of them, and you go by and.
How many
shake their
3
hand.
victors are there?
After all is said and done, it would be there should be like 4, I think.
4, there's 4 posts.
Yeah.
Bet all your money against each other. One victor for them all.
Make a strength check, see if people can even hear you through the cheering.
He did have thaumaturgy.
So does that give me advantage?
Sure.
I mean, still. Just strength. So 22.
Okay.
Just 22.
Everybody just kind of.
I wish I was.
People around you here, make a persuasion check.
That's where it ends. 9.
9. Some of the people start picking up the chant as well. We'll see how many of them do.
I put thaumaturgy on the person that's 20 feet away ish.
Okay.
Who starts
All right, we'll see how persuasive they are. Okay, I mean, the chant kind of spreads out a little bit. They're like, yeah, that's a good idea, yeah. The gentleman guy kind of like looks up. The crowd wants what the crowd wants. We will have 4 victors. Would you like to try? Put your 10 gold in. You'll win whatever they put in. He looks at you and then one other person. You see the other person is that halfling from earlier. He just won his 3rd one. The halfling looks up and goes, I'm in.
All right, then, yeah.
Is he drunk?
All right, yeah. And then the gentleman's like, well, depending on the other 2 victors, what they want to do, if all of you want to, it'll be a 40 gold pot. If you win, you can win it all. You in?
Yeah, let's
All
do
right.
it.
Let's just see if the others want to do it.
Il maître, may you bless my
The next
eyes.
guy's in. The next guy looks similar to the guy that you competed against earlier. He's just a dwarf, just this huge, jacked dwarf. And then the last one, the last one is also in. It's this really tall, athletic, and like probably dexterous woman. This half-elf woman who looks like she's probably going to go for... I mean, dexterous in the sense, like, I was going to say acrobatics, so I don't know why I did this. Yeah. But dexterous in the sense that she's not going to be using strength, just like that guy you went up against now is. Not using strength. Okay, so the way they're going to do this is he kind of makes a quick announcement. Everybody's going to get on their own. There's no direct competition pulling each other down. It's the fastest person to the top. Oh! Are you still in?
Yes.
Yeah.
You can still yell at the others to try and intimidate them. So you can pick one who's in the lead.
Oh, but you have to pick one to intimidate. Dude,
But that
Well, you
also,
can try and intimidate them all, but it'll be a hard
you have a baseline?
I know.
Of climbing fast.
Touch this.
touch this. All right, here's how we're going to do this. I'm going to get people involved. I will roll one of them. 2 other people get to play the others.
can I roll one since it was my idea?
Sure. Who do you want to roll? The dwarf? The halfling? I'm assuming the halfling.
Mike, I want you to roll.
Here's the halfling's thing. I'll tell you. His athletics is just a +3.
Okay.
All right.
Can I do the elf?
Remember this, his athletics is a +3, his wisdom is a +1. So write that down somewhere. So if he has to roll against intimidation, it's a +1. If he's rolling athletics to climb, it's a +3. Rock, paper, scissors, because I'm taking one of them. The 2 of you. Rock, paper, scissors. Because both of you said, I saw you at the same time.
Oh.
You still lost. Jeez Louise, you had scissors for
It's
5
rock,
seconds.
paper, scissors. Let's just roll it.
Roll it off.
Roll these.
Straight rollies.
Stop, this is madness. What, that doesn't matter, that doesn't change anything. What was yours, a 3?
His was a 1.
And yours was a 9?
9.
Okay, Levi's doing it. Sorry.
Wait, I want mine to roll.
Sorry, Levi's doing it.
Dude, I roll bad, so you're good.
Okay. You know what,
Like
Byron?
sitting
I don't
with
have to
scissors
be
for
part of
5
this. Do you want to do the
seconds
last
and
one? I don't have to do it. I'll just keep track of
What's
stuff.
my elf? Okay.
So it's Levi, Byron, Matt, and Jarrett.
What's my
competing.
pluses and minuses?
We'll just make Byron the dwarf because that makes sense. You're the elf woman. She has a +7 acrobatics, and she's allowed to use acrobatics to climb.
Cool.
This guy,
Wisdom?
huh? Wisdom +2.
Cool.
The dwarf, he also has a +7 athletics, a wisdom +1.
I mean, I want.
Intimidation for them, if you want to try intimidation. Hers is a +1. His is a +3. This guy's intimidation +1.
I want Cephas to win, but this
Are you guys
halfling
ready?
is a real red.
Dude, I've got to try and win.
Oh, initiatives as well. Initiative for her +4.
Cool.
Initiative for the dwarf +0. Initiative for the halfling +2.
Are you gonna want to
Initiative.
line up
This elf is good.
our things?
Keep
track.
I mean, we can just...
Levi's got the optimized character.
Does he?
Yeah.
Yes.
Hang on one
Plus
second.
7 plus 4? Yeah, that's great.
Hang on 1 second. Oh, you guys are over here, right? Initiative, go.
Good shit.
13.
So you rolled a 13,
11.
11, 13.
13.
What was yours?
8.
8,
14.
14. Okay, so it's bing, 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 bing. Levi, what are you doing?
Climbing.
Climbing, go.
Woo! 25.
With that,
Immediately, Levi, you rush up 10 feet.
Boom.
All right, Byron, your dwarf just...
Go climb. 22.
Whoa! Okay, immediately Byron, 10 feet up.
Yikers.
Jarrett. So that was the dwarf. Now the halfling.
Halfling.
Griffel.
I'm so tired.
It's very difficult.
20.
There it is.
5.
10 feet up. Levi.
19.
Okay, with
So
grace.
5.
5 feet up, you're 15.
You're a woman.
What? Make sure to cut that.
Wait, is that intimidation? He's doing intimidation.
Oh, you're intimidation. Oh, okay. You're just a misogynist. All right, that's fine. What was the intimidation?
13.
You're making character decisions for NPCs.
16.
I like it. I like it.
16 versus 13, nothing happens, right?
No.
Oh, it's 1.
Minimum 1.
I thought it was 5.
It's minimum 1. Every additional 5 is
Okay.
So it cancels
rounds.
out, basically.
So if yours
Yeah.
was a 10, it would be 1 as well.
Yeah. Got it.
So you have to burn your next round.
Yep.
Okay, but you're also not moving, so you're 10 feet up.
My turn.
Yes.
9.
That's a bummer, man.
Yeah.
You're still 0. Matt, are you just climbing?
How'd you do so well?
16.
So 15 feet up. All right, starting
Skips
top of
me.
the round, you burn your
Dwarf.
round. Byron, go. Are you intimidating again?
I'm climbing.
All right, you climb.
Natural 20. That's 27.
47. You already did. All right, so that brings you to 20 feet up. So you watch next to you this dwarf just climbing very quickly.
7.
Dude, you rooted for him the whole time. I feel bad. He's just like burps.
23.
This is a mistake, and then looks over just as you. Also now
You're at 25,
25
right?
feet up.
Dang. All right, climbing. 24.
You go up 10 feet. So you are
You guys
also
are killing me right
you're
now.
25 feet up. She quickly just. That was terrible of you to say, and climbs up 10. I guess you just spoke the truth, but your tone.
I'm gonna intimidate again.
Who?
The she-elf.
Again?
The shelf.
Jeez, you're just racist.
Shelf?
No. He's racist at the elf.
intimidate.
I'm
The
gonna,
dwarf
I'm
at
gonna
the
say
elf.
something in Elvish.
What do you say? We'll just assume this guy knows how to speak Elven. That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
What does he say in Elven?
You're a woman?
The same thing? What? What does he say in Elven? Ooh, I can tell you something interesting.
Yeah.
Yeah. He says, he goes, Duzol should have kept you down there.
Wait, I don't get it.
Right back at you, big boy.
Advantage on roll. What did you roll? You know what? Sure, you can have advantage. I came up with a good line. All right, I want a reward. 14.
Dang it, I got 11.
Oh, burn another round, lady. Byron, still not in the lead, but great intimidation.
It would have been. I think
I'm
either way,
intimidating the
first roll would've
dwarf.
been 11 all.
You're intimidating the dwarf?
Yeah.
No.
Don't be a misogynist.
Roll intimidation. Roll
Don't be a misogynist.
13.
Racked with guilt, you stay there for your next round. So your guys, both of your next rounds are just burned.
Okay.
I'm okay with that.
And Cephas?
Is quietly taking advantage of.
Man, these three guys really hate each other.
22.
Matt, you were 35 feet up.
Nice.
It's actually 24. I'm just really bad at math. But yeah.
Yeah.
So they both
I love it, dude.
they both burn now.
I shouldn't have given this option to you guys because you guys can just make
Yes.
sure Matt wins.
But I like.
Hey, no. I tried 3 times, failed every time, and then I heard a guy being very rude to a woman.
Yeah.
I can't speak Elvish. It's okay.
You know, the first thing he said was in common.
Yeah, but I saw her reaction and her not move when you said that horrible
You're
thing that I
burning
almost
around.
said.
Yeah.
Burning around. Yep. Jarrett.
I got this on my climb.
You got this. Go.
40
Come
feet
on,
go.
man.
11.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Just like, you suck.
You know what, can I have advantage?
You know what? Sure.
14.
14?
1. Oh no! Wait, I have a +3. It's 15.
That's true. It's 15? It's 5 feet up.
Yes.
It's 5 feet up.
I'm on the board.
16.
You are at the finish line, pulling yourself up that last little bit, but everybody gets rolls now. Levi, you want to try and harry him from down here?
Intimidation.
What are you saying to him?
You look a little ugly with those burns, big boy.
You know what? Disadvantage, Matt. Roll a wisdom check.
What? There's a chance.
Really gets to
There's a chance.
Gosh, that's terrible.
That's a rough
6.
disadvantage.
Oh, that's about what you roll?
I rolled really bad, but it's 9. So
Okay, 1 round burn.
1 round burned.
These can't stack though, so Byron, you can't intimidate him.
Okay. But you can climb.
You can climb.
You know what to do.
Intimidate me.
You can climb.
Intimidate.
Hey, I'm rewarding people for being extra dirty. He attacked you on a personal thing.
That's fair.
You weren't expecting that level of
Poop hand.
Just call me poop hand.
How high is it, BZ?
5 feet.
5 feet.
How tall am I?
You're 20.
25. 20.
Byron, he basically grabbed the pole and just lifted it.
And you were a competitor.
Wait. Are you intimidating?
Are you
the guy
not
losing?
Are you not trying to climb to win?
I'll climb.
You can do whatever you want.
I'll
Man.
climb.
You can intimidate her.
I'm gonna say that. Though. I'm not gonna use it as intimidation. I'm just gonna say it.
Yeah, no effect.
And you
Go ahead and
were
roll.
a competitor.
Oh!
Ooh, 20.
You were 30 feet up, catching up to the victor right now.
My turn. I'm climbing.
Oh, and he's frozen.
Nat 20, nat 20, nat 20, nat 20. Oh, but it's still a 19.
No, but it's a
Dude, if you win.
It's a 19. I'm at 10 feet now.
You are.
Hey,
Little 1 in front of your 0 there.
the turtle always beats the rabbit.
All right, Matt. 35 feet. You just. Oh, you burn around. Sorry.
Yep.
Yeah,
Offended by intimidation, choking at the last minute, aren't you, big guy?
What are you doing?
Intimidation.
What are you saying? Oh, that's what you're
Yeah, choking at the last minute, big
Just
boy.
a wisdom check from you, Matt.
Just wisdom, straight wisdom.
He's
This
going
is a
to
resist effect, not your turn.
3?
13.
Oh no!
That's two. I got a negative 1 wisdom.
That's
What have I
two
done?
skips.
All right. Wait, that's not 2 skips, is it?
Yeah, that is.
Oh,
Difference
10.
of 10.
I'm sorry, Matt, but that's 2 skips. Byron, what would you like to do?
That disadvantage really hurt, huh?
Well, what was it if I hadn't given you?
No,
No, there was no disadvantage on this one.
Not on this one.
I rolled a 17 minus 1.
Byron,
I'm gonna climb.
How high am
you
I?
just gonna climb?
I think
Well,
you're
that's what-
25,
I
right?
think you're both 25.
He's 20.
No.
Okay, you're at the last bit, pulling yourself up.
no!
You see both of you are tied now for pulling yourself up.
That's true.
What's it, Jarrett?
Stop the big guy!
Intimidate.
Get him!
Byron.
Intimidate me? Stop the door.
No.
Stop the door. Let me climb.
What are you saying to him?
No, I want to win. But in an angry happy voice.
No, I want to win!
I'm rooting for you.
20. No, 19 plus
20.
1. Oh, wait. Plus
19 plus 1.
intimidation's plus 1 still, right?
Yeah.
20. But you roll 3 skips.
That's 3 rounds. Mark him, dude. Mark him. You've got 2 skips. He's got 3.
I'm climbing.
One of the skips. Matt skips his first one. Levi.
I'm climbing. 18.
That's you go up 5 feet.
I'm at 30.
35.
No, she's at 30.
Oh.
Yeah, she's like 25.
I was at 25.
Okay.
All right,
I hadn't-
catching up. Skip one. Skip number 1. What are you doing?
Intimidate her!
Climb.
I climb.
Oh no. You got it.
14.
8?
Oh, maybe not climb.
Definitely not.
Second
All right.
skip. Last skip.
Your second skip. Top of the round, Levi.
Fail.
Climb it. Oh, 22.
Gonna put you at the top now.
It's
Three of us are-
Versus Matt versus Byron. So you're at 40.
Someone's breaking
Well,
their neck.
Byron still has one more skill.
I know.
Yeah.
You've got to. No, you've got to intimidate him because he's right after you.
Isn't this his
No,
turn?
I see both of you at the top. I have to get to the top.
You climb.
What are you at?
You climb.
10.
Go for it, man.
You climb.
Woo! 18.
Not
You're
bad.
at 15.
Nice, dude. Nice.
Halfling, he threw up, and then now he's climbing again. He was like, I can go. Starts throwing.
You can rally.
You can rally. All right, Matt, it's all you.
20.
With that, you just and followed by that. Let's just see if they make it that last.
Yeah.
That, like if it's like a quick finish. Each of you go ahead, Byron, roll.
You might get pushed up.
25.
No, they're on different poles.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
24.
All 4 people on the same pole.
24, yeah.
Okay, so you pull yourself up. No, you're out. You pull yourself up, Matt. You stand there just as the two of them pull themselves up after
need
you. The
5, it's
crowd
been 4.
cheers and screams. This was an added game that was not intended. People are going absolutely wild.
Dude, that was...
And you see people throwing flowers into the ring, throwing food, screaming, thaumaturgy, everybody's yelling.
It took me 9 rounds.
What's the
9
name of
more
the guy
rounds, but I got
that
the top.
the winner of the duel meets?
Huh?
What's
Drake.
What was it?
High Commander Trake.
Trake.
Okay.
A meeting with Trey.
Just sad. Everybody's like, yeah.
And 40 gold.
Yeah.
You, in fact, are not meeting with Drake, but that's okay. Everybody gets down. Everybody's hands are being, shaken and everything. And the guy comes up and goes, we're doing this every year. Whoever came up with that idea deserves a prize their own. We're doing this every year. Well done,
With me,
everybody. Well done. Yeah, right. Well done.
The 18-year-old
And
turtle.
you watch the halfling just kind of look as his gold is being given away. He was talking to this at the beginning, but you receive, Matt, 40 gold.
Nice.
So you spent 2 in the beginning, and you received 40.
I give 2 back to each of the.
Okay. So you end up with 34.
Yeah.
I put that on my halfling sheet.
You can erase your information for those.
Dude, if Titus dies, you know who
The dwarf does walk over to the elf and say,
It'll make
sorry,
you
it
guess
was
it.
just for the game.
She's gonna like spit at your feet at this point.
Yeah, that was pretty
You know what?
harsh.
For the rest of the campaign, you guys can keep making decisions for these NPCs. That's okay.
It's kind of hard to
I'm
make
sorry.
casually
No,
decisions.
I like it.
Dude, I'm
These are
realizing
now-
I'm gonna
how
check.
easy,
You know what? Every
easily I
level
can
up
be
from now
intimidated.
on, I'm gonna check with you guys. See how
It's
what
such
you
a
guys think
terrible
these
week.
NPCs are. Level 20, you guys are like
Just
just
these-
fell in love and got married.
These random 2 in Trinity.
Yeah. You guys can come up with names for them if you want and occupations. We'll go with it. All right.
Not much better.
The halfling? No, he's dead. He actually falls off the 40-foot pole.
He makes himself feel sick, guys.
I finally made it! And a brisk breeze blows him out.
We gotta get these poles out of here.
Wait, there's somebody up here. Wow! So, honestly, it's not like I didn't expect this. Usually I expect when things like this happen, the players to come out victorious, but I thought this was kind of anybody's game. And Cephas, you were the final victor, which wasn't even planned. Final victor of the 40-foot pole climb. Well done.
Yeah.